All right, it's 6:31 on May 28th. We're going to go ahead and get this meeting of the Fishhawk Ranch West HOA started. Uh, Calling it to order. We have a quorum. We have 6 of our 7 members present, and president's report. Okay, here we go. It was an eventful weekend. Everybody have a good Memorial Day weekend? Yeah.
I could use another one.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you to bear with me for a little bit here. Before we begin tonight's meeting, I want to address some things that happened at the pool over Memorial Day weekend. I want to start by saying that the overwhelming majority of our residents in Fishhawk West are respectful and reasonable and use our amenities appropriately. We appreciate that, and we appreciate the many residents who help make our neighborhood great. Unfortunately, we continue to have a small number of individuals who create problems for everyone else through disruptive behavior, violation of pool rules, abuse of amenities, and disrespect towards staff, security, and fellow residents. This past weekend's incident at the pool involved alcohol at the pool, verbal altercations, inappropriate and discriminatory comments directed at other residents, and refusal to comply with our amenity rules. I would like to read an excerpt from an account of the events from one of the people that were involved in the event, one on the victim end. She had this to say. She walked across the pool, calling me a fat bitch and liar. She proceeded to approach me until she was 12 inches from me in the pool. I asked my neighbor to go and get the pool monitor. She then began telling me that I was a miserable human being, that I needed to go to the gym to lose weight, that my husband is embarrassed by me, and that me and my group need to go back to Mexico. She continues, my family has lived in this neighborhood for a few years, and the diversity is one of the things we love so much about Fishhawk. Not only to include that we are a military family. My husband has given to this country several years of service, and to be treated like that in my home is absolutely horrendous and disheartening to know that this sort of behavior was present in our community. Let me be clear. This behavior will not be tolerated in this community. Our amenities are intended to be a safe, family-friendly space for all residents. Our pools and guards and security staff will continue to enforce the rules regarding alcohol, guest limits, supervision requirements, and all conduct at our facilities. I want residents to understand something that is very important. Every time these events occur, there is a real cost to the community. It is the offenders who force the HOA to hire additional security personnel. It is the offenders who create unnecessary administrative burdens on our office staff, requiring hours of work reviewing surveillance footage, investigating complaints, documenting incidents, issuing warning letters, coordinating hearings, and responding to residents. These costs, both financial and operational, ultimately impact the entire community. I'd like to read something from our charter real quick so that we're all on the same page. All owners and occupants of the units, as well as their tenants, guests, and other visitors, must abide by the governing documents. If any of them fail or refuse to comply with the governing documents, they may be subject to various penalties, including fines and the loss of the right to use the common areas. The board may impose sanctions for violations of the governing documents, including those listed below and any other described elsewhere in the governing documents. After written notice and a top opportunity for a hearing in accordance with the bylaws, the board may impose reasonable monetary fines not to exceed $100 for a single violation. And it goes on. If anybody wants to read about where our charter talks about compliance with the rules, it's section 8.1. I would like to reiterate one point from this. Residents are responsible for the conduct of their guests. If you bring individuals into our community, into our amenities, who behave aggressively, violate our rules, harass others, damage property, and create disturbances, you will be held accountable as the sponsoring resident. Therefore, from this moment forward, the board intends to begin more aggressively exercising the association's authority under our governing documents to impose fines for rule infractions and misconduct. Repeat or severe violations may also result in suspension of amenity privileges, including long-term suspension from HOA facilities. Going forward, the association will begin referring significant single event violations to the fining committee with a recommendation of a $100 fine for each individual infraction associated with the incident. I want to make it absolutely clear, wrapping up, that racist, hateful, discriminatory, or harassing comments directed towards residents, staff, security personnel, which has happened, or guests have no place in Fish Hawk Ranch West. We are a diverse community, and every resident deserves to feel safe and respected. I and the rest of the board appreciate the support and cooperation of the vast majority of our residents, and we will continue working to maintain a safe, welcoming, and family-friendly environment. Now, that being said, I have distributed the incident report from the weekend to the board members, if you had a chance to review it. As a result of the conduct observed and reported by multiple residents to myself and to our staff, by security staff, and verified by video and audio surveillance, I motion the following 6 motions. For the violation involving the use of an unauthorized and invalid key fob to access HOA amenities, I motion that the board recommend to the fining committee the imposition of a $100 fine against the offending resident. Is there a second? No.
I'll second.
Kevin seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. For the violation involving exceeding the permitted guest limit of 4 guests per household, I motion that the board recommend to the fining committee the imposition of a $100 fine against the offending resident. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Kevin seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Are these all the same?
Yes.
Okay.
For the violation involving possession and consumption of alcohol within the amenity area, I motion that the board recommend to the fining committee the imposition of a $100 fine against the offending resident. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. For the violation involving failure to adequately supervise a minor child within the amenity area, I motion that the board recommend to the fining committee the imposition of a $100 fine against the offending resident. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. For the violation involving the use of racially offensive, discriminatory, or inappropriate language directed toward other residents, I motion that the board recommend to the fining committee the imposition of a $100 fine against the offending resident. Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. Lastly, for the violation involving the use of profanity, abusive language, and disruptive conduct that created an unsafe and uncomfortable environment for residents, guests, and staff, I motion that the board recommend to the fining committee the imposition of a $100 fine against the offending resident.
I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. The motion's carried. Again, I'd like to reiterate that this is not the norm, but the exception to the norm. And we really do appreciate the wonderful community we live in and the wonderful neighbors that we have.
And the people that stood up for her. and
Yes.
that, you know, that was
Of course.
That's what the fact.
Right.
In conclusion, I would like to do a little reminder about some of our rules. These are the infractions that are most violated. So please remember for the pool that each family is allowed a maximum of 4 guests per household. Residents 16 and 17 may bring 1 guest who must be at least 16 years old. So if your child is 16 or 17 years old, they may bring a guest to the pool. That individual must also be 16 years of age and be able to provide proof of age. Disruptive or aggressive behavior may result in suspension of amenity privileges for up to 1 year. That means no pool for an entire year. And the HOA will continue to work closely with Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. If individuals refuse to comply with the direction of our security staff or office staff, HCSO will be involved. When it comes to the gym, some of the most common violations we have there are no guests permitted in the fitness center whatsoever. All members that enter the gym must have their own key fob with them that is assigned to them personally and will maintain it during their time in the facility and must present it to Luther or one of our other security guards. Residents must be 16 years old to use the gym alone, and residents 14 or 15 may use the gym when accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. That is all I have. Thank you for your time and attention to this matter.
Thank you.
Let's see, next on the agenda would be treasurer report.
All right, I've got a few things I want to go over with the board tonight. First of which is to go over some of the things that I mentioned at the last month's meeting that I was going to check on. I mentioned checking on the landscaping and irrigation expenses that we had for the master budget to determine what should be reclassified for the pool remodeling. So I've gone through and have done that and made those adjustments, which now kind of keeps those categories more in line, close to what the budget is anyway. Checked on the prepaid insurance for the master. I went ahead and did that as well. Some of that was a carryover from last year, so it's just a matter of kind of taking 1/12 of that for each month, but went ahead and did that as well. Prepare the corrected 941 and 940. So I had somebody in my office go ahead and do that. I've taken a look at it. I'll send it over to Thomas next week so we can go ahead and get that approved and sent that off to the IRS. So that takes care of that part of it. New items to go over. I've been in contact with Robert Milner, the guy who's the auditor, trying to get that squared away for the 2024 audit. So the issue that he's having is really kind of a couple of issues. The first of which is that each time we go through and he asks us for some kind of supporting documentation or reports or schedules to tie in the balances that he has, those schedules have changed. So then we send him another trial balance, another set of numbers. He'll ask for a schedule. Those numbers have then changed. This has happened apparently 4 or 5 times, he said, going back last year. Now, I'm starting to figure out now why that is. The issue that he's having currently, I've sent him the financials again, let him know that I'm not making any changes to that year, so that he can use those numbers, wherever schedules he needs, I can go ahead and get those to him. However, the problem that he has is his, not to get too deep into accounting stuff here, but his retained earnings, which is basically an accumulation of the net income that the HOA has, the net activity. That doesn't, the ending amount from the previous year doesn't tie into the beginning amount for the next year, which that's a big problem. It's off by a lot, like $176,000. So he came back and said, hey, I need to know why this is. So in doing some digging and research on that, there were a lot of adjustments that were made in 2024, which is the year that he's auditing, for what appears to be for 2023. Initially, I thought that was for the 2024 year, spent a lot of time trying to figure out where those went to. This all looks to be from the audit of 23. Typically, when you have an audit done, they'll give you adjustments. These are some things that we think you should, reclassify or whatever the case is. They did that. They had a lot of adjustments. Patty sent to me the 2023 audit, so I took a look at that. There were a lot of adjustments listed on there. That's what they're doing, but they're doing that as opposed to in 2023, they're doing it in 24, which causes a lot of problems in that carryover amount. So I'm going to go back. I think I know what the issue is. I just have to figure out how to fix it. So I think what they've done is made all these adjustments in 24, which is causing this big problem. And in doing an audit, if it's off by $1,000, that's immaterial. They can pass on that and move forward. But if it's $176,000, that's a big problem. So I'm going to spend some more time going back through and see if I can figure out why that is. I think this actually stems from 2022. Oddly enough, going into 2023, which is kind of causing this ripple effect, basically. But anyway, I just want to get the board up to date as to what's going on with that. I'll keep working with them so we can get that done. As far as the audit goes, I am sensing some frustration from him in the sense that he's kind of auditing a moving target, so to speak. The numbers keep changing on him. So I fully understand that. But anyway, the other thing is that in doing this and going back through and figuring out what these adjustments were for, it's mainly for the reserve accounts. So what they were doing is trying to clean up the reserve accounts, probably for things that weren't correct in the previous year. But in going through and looking at this, I realized that the automatic transfers that we had for the reserve account ended at the end of December. So I've gotten together with Thomas to talk about what we need to do to catch up for this year, making that transfer, then going forward for this year. So now we have automatic transfers set up going forward for the reserve accounts. And then on the financials, looking at the financial statements or the budget as of today, just basically the end of May. A couple of things to point out in the master budget. The IT service is actually over budget by 1,250. Now, we've got 5 payments that were made, so all those payments are correct. It's just the budget is a little bit low, it seems. So those 5 payments right there, it's $250 more per month than what I think we budgeted for. Because we show an annual year-to-date budget of $5,000 through the 5 months of May. So something we want to check on doing the budget next year.
So that's the thing, that is, the IT contract is $12.50 a month. So that doesn't equate to the 5,000, so there's a different line item, that's why I printed out the budget.
Okay,
To find out where it was last year and where we put it this year,
okay,
so it could be just changing,
I think it's the sensors too that he was running.
yes.
We'll have to look.
so maybe it's a combination of services, I guess, okay. Not a significant amount that is over budget, but that's one of the items that is, on the master budget again, pool maintenance is over budget by about 6,600. This does not appear to be due to the remodeling that was done, so I'm not exactly sure what that's from. It looks like it was work that was done towards the beginning of the year. We're still well within the annual budget, which we have $41,000 for the annual budget, so we're still well within that, but I just want to bring that to the board's attention. The paired villas, nothing to report there. Sandpiper Press, I mentioned this before, landscaping is still over budget due to replacing dead plant material, which is, something that's gonna be a kind of a common issue with some of the other properties as well. Sagewood, the same kind of thing, landscaping is over budget as well, not by as much, and it's over budget by less than what it was at the end of April. If that makes any sense, so we're kind of moving in the right direction, I guess. Sagewood again, utility costs had been over budget at the end of April, but it is now within the budget year to date, so kind of good news to report there. And Westlake, nothing to report on that. And the last thing is actually a question that I have, because I think this decision was done before I got involved with the HOA, but the pool remodeling that was done, I'm assuming the reserves are paying for that, correct?
For the remodeling, yes, but
Okay.
for the ship, it's coming out of the, we had a different line item for that.
Okay, I'll get together with you on that so I can figure out exactly where to classify everything. And that is it.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to have somebody else that wants to come.
Excellent work. Thank you. Next is officers' reports. Vice President, anything today?
Nope.
All right.
Well, before we go there, I've sent these in the board packet.
And Secretary? Nothing. Nothing.
Thanks.
Yes,
What are these things?
these are, Thomas and I are talking about,
Oh, this is continued
Yeah.
utility stuff.
We're trying to find the most advantageous bank for us, right? Like we have quite a bit of money across the different reserve accounts. Trying to figure out, we're competing different banks to see what the percentage rates will be. How much we can bring in extra money from the accounts that are just kind of sitting there anyway.
Mhm, mhm.
and then
So we're looking at that. Also, it'll make things a lot easier for payroll and all those other things, but most importantly is like, let's save money and make more money off
Yeah.
of that money.
That makes sense.
Well,
so we'll update you as we go.
what's it gonna, so all of our stuff is sitting with what Truist right now?
Everything is with Truist right now. They're not necessarily built to have such a complex
Mhm.
accounting system,
Mhm,
because we have way too many accounts for them to combine into one.
mhm.
So it creates a lot of confusion and they don't combine the interest rates and all those things. So we're probably missing out on like, I don't know, 1 or 2% in the reserves. So that's
That's
$30,000 a
Yeah.
year plus, right? So it's pretty big.
Yeah, we've got about 2.4 million in reserve, so.
DK.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for shopping that around. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good idea.
HOA banks, so this way
Yeah.
they master it, so we don't have it, so.
Great idea. Passive income. Who doesn't like it?
When do you anticipate making a decision? Next board meeting or?
I think Patty and I will have a recommendation for the
Okay.
next board meeting. It's
Great.
there.
Let's see.
I don't know how long it will take to implement the change and move
Yeah.
everything. That's a different discussion.
Yeah.
Truist will probably not be happy about it.
Unless they can stop paying us $50,000.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give you a better deal.
Exactly.
Is that it, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Let's see, we did officer reports, committees. We talked about the security report. I gave that one out. We don't have anything
So-
right now from the planning committee, nothing from the architecture committee.
Actually.
The finding committee you do have,
Yeah,
I
she
sent
did
that out
put
to
it
you,
Here,
Okay.
so there's
Yeah. Here we
7
go.
violations on 6 properties.
Seven properties.
So no, 6 properties, 7 violations.
Yeah, the last one has 2.
I see. So you just call it home, soccer net and side yard. Holiday lights, isn't it? When is it?
Since January.
June?
Yeah.
It's
The
permanent
jelly.
holiday lights, but they
Yeah.
haven't gotten approved.
Okay. Oh, it's the permanently installed ones, so they
Yeah.
just need to submit their ARC request.
They did, it got denied because it wasn't concealed.
Oh,
So the last I heard was they were going to get somebody to do something, and we have not
okay, understood.
done anything further.
This is January.
This is a
Yeah.
discoid roof, items stored in landscaping beds, dead palm fronds. That's just, weeds in back landscaping beds,
They're on a corner property, so they have like a back little section that's landscaping bed back there, and it's visible from the side yard.
Okay. Yeah, I see certified received, so it's 6 properties, 7 violations. Okay,
So then these, after they get the certified mail, this would move to the finding committee. And then the
That's right.
finding
Yeah,
committee
we-
takes it from there and decides the fines.
Correct.
The board decides the.
yeah, we make a recommendation
We
to
make
the
the
board, or
recommendation.
to the, excuse me, to the finding committee.
Yeah.
And then the finding committee consists of 3
Independent.
unbiased residents that have no connection to the board,
Yeah.
and then they make the decision. Okay, let's see, for these 7 violations, 6 properties, a motion that the board recommended the finding committee the position of $100 fine a day, not to exceed $1,000 per fine for the offending properties.
I was second.
Kevin seconds. Any discussion or questions about these violations?
No.
All in favor?
I,
Aye. None opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Patty. Okay, that was the final committee. You'll be happy to know that my wife and our social committee chairperson finished her nurse practitioner exam today. She passed.
yay.
So that means she can get back to planning events for us. Is she on? She's-
Congratulations, get back to work.
Oh, she is on.
Thank you. Yes, I'll try and get to planning now. Thank you.
Cheers, Crystal.
Congratulations, Crystal.
All right,
So Scott and I are off the hook.
I didn't know I was on
Any other committee things?
Nope.
Okay, no more committee things. We did the violations, meeting minutes.
I didn't have them.
Okay, so no meeting minutes to approve. We'll do that next month. All right, new business. We got conceptual designs for pickleball courts and fitness
Wait,
rooms.
Just skipping ahead, we're gonna do the key.
What's that?
Oh, no, we did, you're right, absolutely. Conceptual designs.
Yeah. Let's see, I will,
You wanna.
there's only me and my wife on. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I can share for that. I'm not even allowed to share screens. Okay. Did you guys all
Now,
see these?
now you're allowed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did you send the pickleball court or just the gym?
Same
Both.
Same email.
That was probably my computer skills.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that.
I'm sharing a screen for anybody that watches the video after the fact. Okay, so right now I have pulled up this one.
Yeah.
It's the pickleball courts. See, we have 6 pickleball courts. There's an area in the middle that's gonna be covered with some storage, benches to sit down, water, things like that, some shade. And we still maintain the small dog park and the large dog park. Each are gonna have like doggy obstacle courses, should be fun. And then The next item is the gym expansion. We got those designs. That's on the screen right now. And do you have that picture?
Yep.
Oh, this one. There it is. If anyone wants to see it, it's that symbol.
It basically doubles the size. of the
It does. It's gonna double the size of our gym.
But there's gonna be a breezeway in between, so we'll leave the. What are they, pillars?
Yeah.
Some of the pillars there,
Yep.
so this way it's half the construction, we don't have to knock down the other walls, we don't have to bring them out, we're just gonna do mirror.
From the front of this out that way.
Yep,
Is the breezeway gonna be fully covered for like usage, or is it just the doors through?
which do you want? That's why we do.
Yeah, well, I mean, cause I think the thing that the gym is missing the most is an area for people to be able to do their own. You know, stretching,
Well,
whatever,
that's why you see the other sides, I don't know.
Yeah.
They have like a yoga area, because they were
Yeah.
asking us, and we
Yeah.
were like, we don't know.
yeah,
you know.
but even that spot, even if there's pillars in there, that's still a great space for people to be doing stuff in.
Absolutely,
The covered would be a lot better,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Covered.
Definitely covered.
Water dimming in.
And
Yeah,
then the
it'll actually
ends,
look pretty good too.
the ends
closed off.
need to be enclosed so that we still maintain access control to the gym.
Yeah.
But here.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's this, what's number 4? What's this space down at the bottom?
that
That's
is,
Retention.
Is that there? That's not there now.
it's
Yes, it
there,
is. Yep.
it's not
Right by-
pond
right
per
by the
se,
school.
it's there, we have it.
Grass.
It's a
Yeah.
dry,
Okay.
it's a dry area for the water to flow into.
Okay.
not
It's
involved.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's-
Seeing
No, it's where they keep trampling
Red
across.
yeah. Red Ant Farm, Fire Ant Farm.
Oh, the fire.
All right, is that all you wanted to do, is just show that around and get input from the
Yeah,
board?
any questions or anything, because we're gonna keep moving forward, and let's start getting.
No, I think,
Questions, suggestions for the design?
I like the design. I like the fact that there's extra pickleball courts. I like that there's the shade. Oh,
I live at the dog park every day.
okay.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
Oh, great.
So this is a separate fence.
Have you seen the design for the dog park?
I
So
looked
this
at
was
this
there.
Oh, okay, good. So she can sign.
Oh, okay, good. Cause this one they leave open all the time.
Yes.
That's the thing.
And so it'll be key fob access, right, into the
Yes.
pickleball courts too.
That's right.
All key fob access, so it's only being used by the people who live here. And so we'll have to set a bunch of rules for all of that access and everything, which we will do.
No fun at the
And
pickleball
can
court.
we align on lighting, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, lighting,
Apartments, you can come on or use the dog park.
mhm,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah,
I believe it.
So what's the next step from here? Is starting to.
We tell
Right.
them that we're good with that, and they're gonna start the plans.
When do you think they
The
bring it
blueprints.
What do you mean, the plans, like engineering plans, we gotta get surveys done, they gotta do permits with the county, and things like that.
It's a while.
Now, are we, you mentioned, we talked through the week, are we set on a contractor, or do we have multiple contractors
We'll have
from still?
multiple.
Okay, so we're
so
still.
we're setting it out to bid at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so yeah, once we get the
Once they-
the blueprints, yeah, then we're gonna send it out. And I just actually came across somebody who just did one not too long ago. So he was excited when I said, oh, don't pickleball courts. He's given me a note to do the deck. This deck is a hot mess.
The deck needs to be replaced.
Like this year, as soon as possible. It's falling apart.
Mm.
I will picture, I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's in the reserve study, but it's not until the end of the year.
Yeah,
But
right.
we need it now.
And we should consider alternate materials, not womanized wood,
Exactly.
because the wood that's there is sitting on the sand.
Yeah.
And that's why it's rotting. And I don't care how pressure treated you're gonna get, it's the life cycle here with the dampness and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
We need to go with some kind of a engineered plastic wood,
Yeah.
like Trex or something like that.
Yeah,
And also
give me
underneath is
prices.
where, is really what's driving the issue, right?
Right, we need to have footings put in so that it's raised up off the ground so that the deck.
Almost all of it is raised off ground, because when we were walking, he's gonna come back this week and actually take the
Mhm.
boards off. He says most of the footings are fine when they're all in cement, it's just everything above it.
Hmm.
So underneath the game room and then here, and I told him, I said, you know, we redid the ramp and the steps, it was so bad. And he says, that's sitting on the ground, he says, we can raise that a little, he says, but the frame of the deck, from what he can tell, is in good condition.
So it's just the boards on the top.
Yeah.
Which again, if you replace them with the Trex, they're 20 years.
Exactly.
And they're not gonna, I mean, they'll warp a little bit, but
Right,
not
but not
horribly
like
like this is.
Yeah. So he's gonna give me prices on wood and.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Okay. So,
Any other pickleball or fitness center comments? We're gonna need to buy more fitness center equipment to fill up our
Yes.
fitness center.
Yeah.
I'm studying the security videos and it seems to me the most used equipment in there is like the dumbbell area.
Yeah,
yes.
I think by far that's the most crowded used area,
yeah,
so.
and getting that separated from everything else is,
Mhm.
would be
Yeah,
extremely
and that's
smart.
on the plan to put all the free weights in the other bubble.
Mhm.
Now, my question. I know his answer. If we have to make a choice, which one we're gonna do first?
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Pickle, yeah.
No, I agree. We already have a gym.
Yeah,
Well, let's do the pickleball and get something we don't have. Absolutely.
and you think about like property values,
Yes.
you know, desires, you know,
Adding a pickleball
larger
court.
gym isn't gonna bring a lot of people, pickleball will.
Okay, good, thank you. We were debating it.
Listen, I use a gym just as much,
Yeah,
but, you know, it's definitely pickleball over that.
I actually don't even use our gym.
I know,
I use the,
he goes.
one of
and pays
the
for it.
ones out down, yeah. All right. Is that it for
Yep,
moving this along? Okay. Next item on the agenda is annual hours of HOA amenities.
yeah, so we.
This is just informational.
It's informational, these are the hours, they are posted on the website, they're not gonna change, we haven't, having new signs made up, they're gonna be posted on our big signs everywhere. So they're permanent,
Okay.
so Tommy went through and went minute by minute of when the hours changed and stuff like that.
Yeah, we, to determine the hours, we basically used AI to tell us what is the maximum amount of time that we could have the amenities open for and still be in compliance with county regulations while also only changing it 4 times a year. And AI did the work for us.
May I make a suggestion?
Mhm.
At the pool, we should put in clocks.
Yes,
There are no clocks, so that way people can look up right by the bathrooms on either side and see what time it is. And then they'll know I have 15 minutes left, 20 minutes left.
it was on my list and I'm. Got it out of that one.
All right, the next one is a payment plan setup.
Yep.
We're just voting to approve.
I already approved it because I didn't wanna wait. We had
Okay.
The day before the meeting last month, so that's informational.
Just informational. It looks like there's a resident that's behind. And they negotiated a 6-month payment plan for $340 a month to get caught back up. Okay, no problem there. Appeal of Kingfisher Drive, the mulch and Encore.
So this is Carrie Shaw.
You troublemaker.
It's you. Okay. So. Refresh my memory.
This is,
Carrie wants to do mulch in the backyard, but she lives over in Encore.
Okay.
Encore only allows pine mulch,
Mm,
but she's appealing that decision.
I thought you brought us treats.
Cypress mulch?
It's mulch.
Is that
But there's
cypress?
no rule anywhere written. That Encore only allows pine bark. It's a unwritten rule of thumb, and I'm quoting one of the board members, it's a rule of thumb.
So
It's not written anywhere.
I don't know if it's written, it could be in the meeting minutes, I don't know, I don't have access to it. But the thing is, Encore pays for the landscaping.
Mhm.
So that's a huge difference.
It'll cost them more money to have different mulches.
Right, and you know, it's hard enough, I mean, you know, Sunrise actually has the contract and they had to put stickers on for who wants the plants cut and who wants.
But I pay for my own.
So there's
I'm guessing
different
they miss
things
me.
throughout,
Ooh,
especially, yeah, it's.
I guess how does this apply to us if Encore's HOA is the one with the rule? I'm not trying to be insensitive, but like, what do we, if it's Encore saying yes or no, what are we voting on?
Yeah,
I was told by Encore that Fish Hawk West Homeowners Association runs our ARC.
The ARC, yes,
And so the ARC said, yes, I could plant podocarpus, but I had to use pine bark mulch. Do you have my appeal request to the board?
I do.
And so I gave my rationale for it. One, major, sinus issues with fresh.
Sales.
okay,
Major what, I'm sorry.
Sinus issues, on back there, we really back there, one structure. And also the cane toads, but I put it all into the cane toads love to live underneath the pine bark. They, and I have a dog, I would like my dog to be safe. Whereas you use the floor mulch, which is approved by the Florida Agricultural Society.
No.
They're the ones who approve it.
Can I ask where, just remind, I did read it and I'm sorry, I didn't remember. Where is the mulch being placed?
It would be in my backyard.
But Carrie, you live on a corner, is that correct?
No, I live on an interior
Oh.
lot.
So
And
not
again,
visible.
I would.
And so is it visible?
I would never assume anyone to pay for something.
Is it visible?
The neighbor.
Well, if you,
Like who's
if you
visible?
crawled over, if you looked over the fence,
Question. You want to use brown shredded cypress mulch, is that correct?
yeah,
That's what this is.
right.
Okay.
Well, that's actually a floor mulch, that's organic. So it's actually highly terminal resistant. The other thing I like about it, and it's organic. As opposed to cypress mulch.
Well, cypress mulch is just tree, so it would be-
Right.
it's organic.
This is, yeah.
But
This
it's
Right.
not
is
as,
from the
it's
middle.
not as advanced,
It's not.
termites as, floor mulch, which is why the Florida Preserve or whatever they call themselves, highly endorse it. Do you have an opinion or a knowledge or? I do. Okay.
And so it's covered, right? Nobody
So
can, nobody can see it from the
she
street.
submitted her plan to the ARC. The ARC said conditional approval as long as you use pine bark mulch or brown shredded mulch.
No, she can only use pine bark.
So all of Encore has only pine bark.
Mhm.
So they're saying in order to keep continuity in the community,
Mhm.
pine bark, you can put in the other stuff, but you have to only use pine bark as mulch. Because Encore also,
No, that's,
I'm just-
this says here. The ARC provided a conditional approval and referred to 510, which reads a layer of pine bark mulch, either large or small chunks, or brown shredded cypress mulch shall be used.
Brown shredder is not level one encore.
It's not an Encore,
It's not an
but
encore, but it's in the.
it's an
It's an
ARC.
They are our ARC, right?
And it's not-
It's their decision, they can take it on.
and it's not visible from the road.
But they don't know
so I guess my
Thank
question to the art committee would be. Why did they make that determination?
Does Encore have its own individual architectural guidelines
No,
separate from larger fish hawk?
that. No, they don't.
They have not published anything to publish their own rules within their own community.
That's
no,
correct.
I was told it was a rule of thumb.
In the art guy, what did the art committee rule?
So
That she can?
then she can't. That's gotta be. pine bark.
Well, it says or brown
Or
shredded,
brown shredded.
so
It shouldn't have said.
yeah, brown and shredded, like.
It's just quoting that ruling, which is what they,
Right,
you know,
so our guidelines state pine bark or brown shredded, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So originally, when the community was built, it was only the pine bark.
Right,
It
Which is
was
the same as what we had at one point.
yeah, and we changed it at some point.
Like 4 or 5 years ago,
Mhm.
but one point did not. Bring that into that.
They didn't bring it in the community, but
They were.
that's fine, but
Still part of
they
it.
don't have any rules or regulations stating otherwise. They don't have their own published guidelines. If they had something published and said, hey, residents, this is it, and you bought here, recognize you're only using pine bark and that's it. Then
I mean,
okay, but they don't have anything like that.
Yeah, the
They
other,
gotta abide by the rules of the larger community.
the other point I'm bringing up too is it's in her backyard, not viewable to any neighbors or anything.
And if it's in the backyard not viewable, then the state of Florida's already said.
Yeah. Sunrise manages Encore, is that correct?
Mhm.
You guys do Encore now too? The whole thing over there? Okay,
On a separate thing.
Yeah, that's
Right.
totally under separate contract plans.
you guys do mulch and everything over there
I do not do the mulch for them, they subcontract that out.
to a different mulch company.
Yes.
So if we were to exempt this house from that mulch,
Mm.
then you would be, again, as you've already stated,
Responsible.
responsible financially for paying, for installing your own.
The guidelines.
So I mean, within the guidelines, that makes sense. There's,
Mulch around here.
It's bad.
Yeah, I'm just happy someone's putting mulch down.
that's, but
That should also be aware, he's asking for the floor mulch, which is totally different than the brown shredder.
So this is not one of the
This
two
is
approved.
So,
One of the two.
so it's gotta,
No.
so would you be opposed to using the approved brown shredded mulch?
Well, that is brown shredded cypress mulch, but it's organic.
No,
Flora
that's the
mulch
floral
is-
mulch. Floral mulch is totally different. It's made from Melaleuca plants. It's not the same as what we have at the.
So
Is a Florida plant and tree.
It's not Florida friendly. It's Florida preserve. It's not Florida friendly.
So if you were to,
If you look kind of feel that company, the Florida
Do you know what this mulch is?
environmental thing, they're the ones who promote this. They're the ones who say use the.
so if you were to use the one that, if you were to use the brown mulch.
Sorry.
So this mulch is.
Made 100% Melaleuca.
Although it's already in texture, very
An
similar.
invasive wetland, especially not planting.
But I don't think the art guidance doesn't say.
Yeah, the art,
It's marked,
it says
that it's
brown.
shredded.
It just says brown shredded, it doesn't say
Yeah.
cypress.
It says,
Cypress mulch.
yeah, brown shredded cypress mulch shall be used.
So if you use brown shredded cypress mulch, you will be within compliance. Would you be willing to do brown shredded cypress mulch and not this mulch to be in compliance?
Mulch.
Patty, what do you think?
No, I'm asking you as the homeowner, I'm not asking. This is not a Patty answer question, this is a you answer question.
I guess I would to simply to stay away from the pine bark that is,
But then it would also be covered by the mulch company, because it's written in there,
okay.
right?
No, not over
No.
there, or they only do pine bark.
Ah,
So,
even though it
That's
says,
in there.
So our guidelines allows them to,
yeah.
right? But they're only gonna fund.
the pine bark,
The pine bark.
so the question is twofold. One, you've already stated that you're happy to pay for this out of your own pocket. My second question stands. In order to be compliant with the art committee, are you okay with using brown shredded cypress mulch as the alternative to pine bark, which would put you within compliance with the art committee rules?
Yes.
Then I think there's no question as to what we do from there. So as long as it's the brown cypress mulch, then I would make a motion to allow you to put in your own, at your own expense, brown cypress mulch, which is within the art guidelines for the overall community, with the understanding that the maintenance of that mulch and everything is
Going
your
forward, yeah.
responsibility financially moving forward in perpetuity.
Can we put a
So with
stipulation-
that, that's my motion.
can we put a stipulation that when if she decides to move, that she replaces it with the pine bark? Like we-
Or the new homeowner has to assume the responsibility of paying for that mulch to be maintained. Those are the two choices, because it's still within our compliance.
The only problem I see with that is visual, being able to get onto the property to see it.
Well, it's in the backyard, so.
I'm still trying to, and I'm.
But it's still in the art guidelines is approved.
Yeah, it's
Right.
approved.
So it doesn't matter if you can see it.
Right,
I mean, this is the argument I would go have with the board over
Yeah.
there is like, why are you not funding what you have approved?
right, but that's an argument for Encore, that's
Yeah.
not an
No,
argument
yes,
for
yes.
us. What we're determining right now is what would be within compliance.
But the,
It's not though. Because Encore doesn't have their own art guidelines. They don't have their own committee. They don't handle their own art inspections. Jennifer goes around and does the. So
Yeah.
they have no say,
Yeah,
and I don't mean to sound, I'm saying factually, not harshly, and not
Right.
trying to do like a power, I would prefer that they ran their own art and their own art committee. But they don't, and so they are like, we're gonna follow fish hawks rules. So,
Those are, so
These
this would
are
be
our
within
rules.
compliance, so,
I mean,
right?
yeah. I don't have a problem. Me personally, I think that mulch looks great. I know the arc is up for review anyways. Like I said, I don't care if people use mulch. This is a great mulch to use because they're removing invasive trees from our wetlands and then chopping it up and putting it into mulch rather than chopping down other trees, which we may want to keep. Like cypress trees, but like cypress trees. Not the Melaleuca tree though. They all have to die and you turn them into mulch. It also says
We should use a.
that
lawn
it's less likely to float away during heavy rains
Positive.
and than other lighter mulches, and it helps suppress weeds better than other mulches. So,
That's.
You got a motion?
but
you.
Kevin
Yeah.
made a very long
mulch.
motion.
I did.
So Kevin's motioning for the approval of the cypress
Right.
mulch, essentially.
In compliance with.
Yes,
Right.
which would keep us in compliance.
Which would keep us in compliance and not open up a whole other bag of
Yeah.
worms that we don't need to.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
what do we-
Uh,
Aye.
You have the.
None opposed, motion carries.
Cypress mulch, which
So
was.
What's in the guidelines?
Yes.
So now. The Malalupi, so you're rewriting the art guidelines, right? You have a committee and you guys are.
It started again.
There's another one.
Getting it put into- yes.
So maybe like.
Maybe we should.
Said this, and I hope everyone hears me, I'm not looking to create trouble, but I think that we should be able to increase our value of
Yeah.
our properties, and we should be able to make them look better.
Yeah.
And sticking with just because someone said we should do this 8 years ago isn't always the best plan, that's all.
Which is why we'd like to update our committee.
Correct.
yeah.
And Mark has been very kind to allow that.
Yeah, Mark, you're so nice.
What a guy.
You obviously don't know.
All right,
I'm
next.
seeing two preventing the cane toads is important. I saw one in our pool, the cane
Oh,
toad.
they're everywhere.
They scared us.
Yeah,
The
they're
daylights
everywhere.
out of me. It's not community, so my neighbors keep on saying.
I think she removed the not final agenda.
That's
Oh,
all.
you did? The Kingfisher, this one's removed, right?
And that's what people bring.
Oh,
That's
that was at the very beginning.
Working into the street.
That was the pool one.
The coincidence and the 6 motions.
Yeah, I put that under zero.
All right,
Okay.
Hold the next one.
so hold on, we're not done with the Malalucha mulch.
Oh. We're not?
This is gonna be,
Cause you wanted to put that in, right? But no one in the community has it. So we don't know how it's gonna react. Do you have an area in your yard which is highly susceptible to? Patty, look, we need to test new products. All we have is mulch washing away and washing away. Tom, have you installed this anywhere?
No, like I said, the cypress shredded cocoa brown mulch is what we switched to here, just to get away from that, so.
Yeah,
Binds together, shredded, ties together much better in the rain, and anywhere that's even worse, where there's a lot of washout, we
And
actually.
they glue it.
Fire
Yeah.
glue.
Alright.
Down, so
and we know it's safe.
I like the shredded better.
And we've done the glue thing multiple times.
gotcha. All right, we're pressed for now. Ma'am, are you satisfied? Okay,
And then we'll continue with the ARC.
with the Malalucha, right? That's right.
Thank you.
I'm intrigued. Okay. Next item,
I think. we need-
security patches?
Yes, we need to do, this is an idea. So we can make Securitas actually have fish hawk badges on them to make them look official and look.
Oh,
Yes, no, or other,
They have a uniform.
they have uniform.
Luther, hey Luther, what's your uniform? Can you show us your
Does
uniform?
does everybody know that?
It's pretty official.
It's a security right on there.
This is rainwear, you gotta do the catwalk in it.
All right,
I'm just trying to get respect to all the security.
Do we have the badge say FAFO?
No.
No.
Anything with a star, I don't,
Picture of a-
because that's the sheriff's office.
Okay.
All of the work.
My problem with
Yeah.
this is it's an ongoing expense too, right?
Yes.
So but we would have them made, and then I already spoke to Garrett, who's Garrett?
Supervisor?
Garrett's the big guy.
If,
No, he's the supervisor.
Manager?
yeah,
yeah.
So
correct.
they would give us the shirts and then we would put the badges on. Or the,
it's definitely an ongoing thing, like maintenance thing, if we did that.
right.
I'm also concerned with the,
Concerned.
like, the appearance of saying, hey, this is like law enforcement, and then
Yeah.
us like ordaining these
Yeah.
people, like.
Which is
to
why
be
they
law
look like
enforcement,
that.
I think it
we
blends
can't do.
lines.
Yeah, so that's
It's
like an
in the contract,
intentional
yeah.
uniform they have.
I'd be more apt to support Hawaiian shirts.
Big.
I'm not gonna fight.
I will make a comment though, if we're talking about security, I think we definitely need to upgrade the lights on the golf cart
Yeah.
big time. So
Yeah.
that they can see them.
Concur.
Or like, even on those jackets, like make security big bold letters or something, highlight, like they're hard to see, they are hard to see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Where would the badge go? On the shoulder? What is the
Yeah, on
idea
the
here?
shirt.
On the chest or something to?
You come
Yeah,
in-
I will say, it doesn't, like, the one, what he's wearing right now doesn't look too. Like, you just be any other guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
Right.
I'm working out in the gym, go away. Who
I
are
would
you?
rather have it on the golf cart than their uniforms.
Then when we're driving it, I gotta look like a security officer.
Yep.
You have the same authority.
Hey, and if you put brighter lights on that, you put brighter lights on the golf cart, we'll actually see you coming this time.
Right, and then maybe a handheld spotlight. So that they can, do you have a hand, like a spotlight?
Yeah, I have one other.
There's a green, and I had another one in here, I think it's over by the book, is it green with the yellow handle?
Did we ever, like, legal look into this at all?
Okay, because I found one earlier
Legal,
in there.
Trees, tree bed is, all right, let's table this for now. Eh?
Yeah,
We'll come back to it.
except for better lights on the golf cart.
That's not on the agenda.
Definitely not. I did,
I support that. I don't know.
yeah,
How you
have
do
you
that.
seen it at night?
Yeah, you can't even
Very
see.
dim.
Yeah,
Put a bigger battery,
yeah.
more volts.
I'm honestly just worried about him.
Yeah,
I agree.
Mhm.
maybe we should put like a yellow flashy thing on top.
And that would be
That
good to find
Like
as
a
well.
little yellow, well.
I'm just thinking, like, that's gonna be a potential thing that happens,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cause when he's coming, you don't see him.
Right.
It literally looks like. a
We
gold.
have Tommy look into that. Is that
Yeah,
an
like
IT thing?
Strobe light on the top.
Yeah,
We lump
like
that
just
in
having a
IT
strobe,
basket.
like a light, and stuff,
Yeah.
just as fun.
Strobe? Okay.
It's not.
No.
It used to, but it never worked.
Yeah, there's not on,
What's that? The yellow light on top?
yeah,
I think it's unplugged.
Okay.
It's unhooked. I fix that.
I mean, if it's
I
not.
drink the battery.
It shouldn't drain the battery.
we could have Tom take a look at it though.
I know how to wire in a
He
switch.
probably didn't put a switch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
That,
can wire in a
could
switch.
just come back at us at some point. so we
Yeah,
can get
let's
this
just,
light.
let's just have Tommy put together a quote to get brighter lights on the car. and
Yeah,
Tail light.
Strobe on the top.
Yeah, strobe on the top.
yeah,
If it's under
Ta-
500, can I just take it? and
It's not gonna be on the phone, I would think.
but if it is,
Yeah,
yeah,
if it is, yeah, take care of it.
It's within the.
Alright.
All right, what's the next thing? Formal request for final completion and notice of code violation reporting. What is this, buddy?
So this is from the attorney. Stuff on law, so we wanna have the location behind,
Yes, yes.
behind Sagewood.
So this is a complaint from Sagewood, the houses in Sagewood, they back up against that new construction that's going on over there.
Mhm.
And that's been going on for a
Ever.
while now,
yeah.
when
Still
they,
moving,
from what the residents were telling us, when they bought there, they were told there would always be trees behind your house, and then this developer came in and cut down all the trees. So, and they've been working forever, and they're not really completing the project.
yeah,
You know,
It's self-financed, so he's doing it as he gets
Yeah,
money.
they're dusting out the houses over there, people are having breathing problems, so what are we doing? We're sending a letter?
Yes, so we reached out to the attorney, and this is the attorney response, and, yeah. it's-
so they have responded.
No.
Oh, this is
gonna be
ours.
sent.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we're sending, okay, so this is just FYI, right? This isn't a,
Yes, unless the board.
we don't need a
doesn't want to
motion,
do it.
right?
No. Very good.
Unless anybody has a problem with the wording.
No, I think it's great.
Turn it back to trees.
Yeah, don't plant trees, that's the biggest thing, don't take down what they should have. And.
Is this the same buyer or is this another builder?
within the-
Surprisingly got approved for that.
I mean, my personal opinion is we're wasting dollars on legal, but if that's what the community, or like, right, like it's. They were lied to in this, if they were accurate, they were lied to by their builder,
Right.
some other guy that bought a property and put.
But
This, like, he had nothing to do with that.
when he was clearing the land, I think it smoldered over there for like a week.
It did.
And I mean,
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, and it's obvious, if you drive past it, it's, they're not doing anything. It's
And-
just
Yeah.
tore up ground.
Yeah, they're not working at
Yes,
all.
The retaining wall, we own 10 feet, yeah, past that, we cut those trees, we trimmed them when they came
Mhm.
out. So I haven't walked out there to see how far he actually cut over, and if it's enough.
Well, that's, the letter will spark the movement, so.
Right.
It's a good move.
All right, next thing is. You have amenity hours final written again.
I moved it.
Skip that, okay. Commercial fitness product maintenance
Makes a big point
proposal.
there.
So I am sick of Bandit Fitness. They
Okay.
are the worst company.
Mhm.
They have new people that have come through. They're not the original crew that we hired for our maintenance. When they come, they don't come monthly, quarterly, they just come whenever. Usually when we have something wrong. I found another company that gives us a whole bunch more information, still on this contract. And we'll get literally, I think the form is in here. Everything they do, every time they, they'll give us a maintenance breakdown. Right. Yeah, so there's a form when they were here, what they did, the item number and everything like that, so.
It looks like they come quarterly.
Yep,
What about call outs if something breaks?
yep, we can call them and then they charge us, I wanna say $100 an hour, just like Bandit.
Okay. So there's a price difference here, really?
It's a little bit more expensive, but for the quality of work.
How much is a little bit?
Is Bandit doing quarterly now?
Supposed to.
They're supposed to, but do
But
they?
are they? Right. You just need me to come throw away those weights, I'll square that away again.
I know, you threw them away and they came back out of the trash. How did that happen?
I think that's, are they the same ones or some?
No, they gotta be
new ones?
different
They
ones.
gotta be different.
Are they really?
Yes. Yes.
I went in there, cleared them out.
I guess the question is like, what is
When
this,
somebody moves, they just put their weights, their old weights there.
what do we, if they're, we still gotta pay them to fix it, what are we paying them, what are they doing preventative, like, what are they actually covering? In that preventative contract?
We're Bandit, they were supposed to come and oil and check all the tires and stuff like that. We find them broken, was it 2 weeks after?
2 weeks after.
They were here.
Alright.
Broken, and
2
that's
weeks
another
after they
broken.
come, I've had to go in there and oil the treadmills because
Yeah.
they didn't oil the
No, I can
treadmills.
definitely see that too. They're not who we bought the equipment from though, right?
Yes, Bandit was.
So do we lose something in that if we don't utilize them?
No, because they're the ones we're waiting, next Wednesday, we're supposed to get that other. piece of
Right.
equipment.
It's like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, this is the whatever elliptical thing,
Yeah,
right?
so we're waiting for that to come in and then.
But they'll still maintain the warranty,
There's no warranty.
no more warranty on any of the equipment.
Just basically, you're displeased with their performance.
That's a nice word for it, yeah.
Okay. But I'm good then.
But I can't make any moves until we get
The new
The
equipment.
equipment, yeah.
What do you mean? Oh,
Remember the elliptical thing we were talking about?
Mhm.
Like we went with the old
do they
one.
know we're firing them?
Nobody ever does when they do.
If they watch our meeting, they will. Okay.
If they were doing their job, they wouldn't get fired.
Is there a motion that needs to be made for this or not?
So we're doing this month or next month?
You can do it this month, so
Okay.
I can just jump right on.
Fine. Motion to fire Bandit Fitness and hire commercial fitness products. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Questions? Discussion?
Who wants to look over the contract just to make sure anybody on the board? No, I'll volunteer here. Guess I'll do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can.
You volunteered yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, I'll take a look at it.
Good.
Fine with it too.
Modify my motion. Motion to approve commercial fitness products pending Thomas's review and approval of the contract.
Second myself.
There you go.
Make sure the term in there and everything, term limits.
And the price difference, say 125.
I'm gonna read this too before I sign it. But, yeah.
Good.
All in favor?
Alright.
Aye. Motion approved.
Thank you.
Next. A lot of things this week. That's it's kind of, all right, Lake House agreement for public hours, residents don't pay for during office. Hey, what does this mean?
So during the day, the lake house is open to the public.
Yeah,
So people are allowed to come in and have parties and functions and everything like that. We don't have any information on them. We don't ask for a deposit, so they can get up, walk out and leave the mess and do damages.
Hmm.
So this is a new form to make sure we are not covered. They will leave a deposit, they will go for it.
So currently, do they have to use their fob or is it open?
They would have to use their file. I don't open it.
But they're coming in and having events during the day when.
And not paying for it.
And not paying the rental fee. Well, that's,
Define events.
Luncheons.
Brunches.
Brunches.
yeah, no,
But this is just during the day.
But they don't necessarily care that it's private. So they don't care if somebody else walks in. They just have a table and they're having their brunch or whatever.
Mm.
So if somebody else walks in and wants to work on their computer, then they don't care.
I
So
see.
it's not private as a rental.
But
So
but today they can walk in. If we change it to where it's key fob, they can't walk in.
Is there?
No,
a
it's
key
key fob.
It's already key fob.
it's key fob. Yes.
but you need one person with a key fob who brings.
To get in.
If there are 8
Yeah.
other people to have lunch in here, then the space is being used by
Mhm.
6 or 8 people.
Mhm.
And then damages are generated.
Well, and that's the thing, if there's damage or cleanup that needs to be done,
Right. we
you
have
guys
to-
shouldn't have to be policing that.
Exactly.
Right, people should obviously have some kind of personal responsibility, but we don't know who they are.
Exactly.
So if there's something broken, we don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to get after that, so it's.
People will contact me and ask me, can they have a lunch? okay, we don't have anything in place right now with that. So they could come in here and have their lunch and stuff like that. I don't unlock it. They still have to use their key fob to get in, but like you said, they can let.
Haven't got to evidence. to-
I mean, I think if somebody's wanting to do like we're talking about, we rent it the same way that we do for any other event.
You know, do I get charged for it? And make it private.
I
Yeah,
think it changes the intent, right? It was the intent not to have like a place for the community to get together and just meet. If people choose to mingle,
Right. if they're-
that's different than having a party or
Right.
something, but like.
Right.
I mean, we,
There's a couple of groups that come in.
Yeah, I think the
That-
answer would
that
be,
party
you know, if they
and-
wanna rent it out, they can rent it out and make it private and put it on the calendar and everything.
Yeah,
What is the problem we're trying to fix here?
people
Making
quit.
people accountable in case there's any damage.
Are you saying they're coming in and having lunches and not cleaning up after themselves?
Says they have not yet because Jen comes in and makes sure everything's clean. before
Do the
then.
badges not tell you specific ID number for who
Yeah.
comes in and
Yeah,
view it on the camera?
And they do,
definitely does.
but we don't have, what if they do damages?
We can find them. You have the fob number and then the camera.
Mhm.
And just
Yeah.
put that in the finding committee report each month and we'll
Mhm.
address it that way.
Yeah, I agree, that clean, like, you
Yeah.
came in, you had a luncheon, you didn't clean up, but you had to
Yeah.
have the cleanup people come
Yeah.
and clean up.
but I would say if somebody wants to. This
Reserve
makes
it.
sense if they wanna do like a birthday party or
Right.
something.
Well,
That-
yeah.
That's different.
And when for a birthday party, whatever, yeah, you sign up and everything. I've done it for my own family. It's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, but
It's a
even-
great
But
space.
they.
Right,
do it
but
the day.
That's what I'm saying. So this is
Yeah.
different because it's open during the day. So it's the weekends and nights where you can rent it out. We should
Right.
just make it anytime.
They
If you
have to
choose
let
to.
them
But
know.
that'd be a
Right.
change of the charter, right?
No, that's
There's
possible.
nothing.
And are we talking about people who bring visitors in, not just 8 people, like if we all decided to have a lunch here and
Oh,
one day,
no,
not
these are
us,
visitors.
these are visitors coming.
That's a little different.
So I think if it's visitors, I would think that it could be consistent with the pool, you're allowed only so many people, otherwise you have to fill out this form. and-
Well, otherwise you have to rent the space.
I
Right?
Rent the
agree.
space.
That's what, I think the space thing makes sense.
All right, so he's
I
saying
like the
rent,
key
you're
fob
saying-
thing, you know, for anybody who's coming in here, but if you wanna rent the space, make it private, you absolutely can.
But they come back and say, I don't care if other people walk in, and then I don't
So
have
there's
that.
nothing you can do.
But this happens when you guys are here, right? You're here, like, okay, so we just make a form, that, yeah, you can have your luncheon, and it says, if you don't clean up after yourself, we're gonna fine you.
And make them sign it.
And you can have your lunch all you want.
Line in or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, just
Is that
like Mark
fair?
said, just here's a list of your responsibilities. If any of these responsibilities are not taken care of, you could be fined $100
That's a good one.
in order to cover the cost of whatever it is that you didn't do.
Well, if we're consistent with the pool rules, it's 1 up to 3, 4 people, right?
Yeah.
So really, you're really targeting when it's more than that.
But I like the idea of opening up for rental during the day. I
Yeah.
do think there, like, if somebody
Especially
wants
during
to
the
private
summer,
rent
like,
it out.
I
Yeah.
bet you,
And I do have people that will rent it during the week
Okay.
private, so I do have that, but
Okay.
these are people that are coming and
Just
just
use it.
saying. I just wanna
They're
use
getting
it, I don't care
Yeah,
if other
fee.
people come in here, but I'm gonna use it.
It'd be no different than them sitting outside and
Right.
leaving trash out there.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just we need to enforce the area and find if
Mhm.
they do.
yeah.
Does that get you what you think you
No, I'm
need?
totally confused, because they said.
I think having it just a standard boilerplate form letter that people sign when they come in.
Mm.
That says if you don't take care of things and clean up after yourself, you open yourself up to monetary fine. That way, nobody can say they didn't know,
Right, so.
and you know what I mean, because you're gonna get that, well, I didn't do that.
Well, I don't think we even need that personally, because it's already, I mean, that's exactly what we just did with the person at the pool.
Exactly. It's already in the
This is an
government.
amenity. It's
Yeah.
falls under every other amenity.
That's a good
You,
point.
you don't follow the rules, $100 into it.
I like the consistency of the pool rule. If you
Yep.
bring in more than
For
4
you and
people, then
3,
you have
right?
to.
Then you have to
fill
rent
out
it.
the-
Well, no, then you have to rent it,
Or
Right.
rent it, rent it.
yeah, because if you rent it, you can bring in. as
More
many-
than
yeah,
It's
that.
up to 6
Yeah.
people.
Right, but yeah, that's a good way,
Yeah,
Consistent.
you good now?
Mark, your eyes look like.
Yeah,
you're
that's-
rolling around if you're flying.
So what's the motion?
I don't,
Do we need a motion?
No,
I don't
it
think
only falls under amenities.
No.
just, yeah, if you don't clean up after yourself, we're gonna come after you,
Yeah.
And then damages.
just know.
Yeah, that is
And
everything.
if you have
And that'll-
more than 4,
that'll
then
correct
you need to
itself.
rent it.
Yeah.
Next thing,
Everything.
sunrise 3% increase on all contracts.
Yes. So, it's that time,
Or something.
time of year, huh? It's that time of year, because our contract runs out in May,
It does, huh?
yes. So the maintenance contract, we have it written.
We do 1-year contracts, so we do.
Um,
So it's a, we did it as an initial one, but we renegotiate if needed, if the price changes, otherwise I have, I think, 60 or 90 days to notify Patty if there's gonna be a change, otherwise if neither of us have an issue, it just rolls. Year to year.
and it did last year too, didn't it? It just rolled because we kept.
We did not do the price increase last year, but the fuel and everything, it's what we, you and I talked about.
And, right, so in the budget 2026 for the master, it's $1,100 less than what's budgeted for the year. For paired villas, it's 872 over 12 months, so that goes into next year, so the price increase is only $74.31. And the same goes for Sandpiper Crest and Sagewood. And then $7.52 for the horticulture and $7.32 Warren 15. And Westlake, it is over by $21 a month. So it's not killing the budget at all. Yeah, $74 and
3% is pretty low. It's over 2 years, but.
Okay, so it's
And
either
this-
approve
and
it or
this is
find a new
obviously-
contractor, right?
yeah,
Okay, so that's it.
that's it.
It's not exorbitant.
If we sign a 2-year degree or 2-year contract, we give us a 2% increase instead of a 3% increase.
I think it's a good idea.
What's a good idea?
Long
What
term.
you're saying,
Yeah,
make it
long-term,
more
yeah.
long term.
Tom
Like
saying,
our, now you see him running up the,
I'm
Okay.
gonna ask
And
that.
run it up. I mean, I would be comfortable looking at one, obviously the 1, 2, and even 3,
Mhm.
based off that.
Your contract.
For 3 year.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, if you think about the relation, the
We've come a
approval
long way.
process, how we're auditing it, like, there's a good police in action to make sure that, the work's being done.
Okay.
If that could prevent it, because the other thing, I know it's small, but, this is really stuff we need to figure out when we're doing budgeting at the end of the year,
But that's why I did the 3%.
yeah.
so we budgeted for this increase anyway. Okay, so we're good to go.
For future years, let's.
Yeah.
And this went into effect on May 1st. Is that correct? Yeah, so we're already paying this, so.
Yep. We can do that
What are we
last year.
talking about?
Well, but I do think there's a value of let's try and get a long-term contract if
Yeah.
possible.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We already budgeted and we already approved it in the budget and we're already paying. There's nothing
Yeah, this was informational, no motion.
understood. Next issue.
Mhm.
All right, master, save a tree, left side of Lake House near playground has disease, $2,320 to remove.
Yes, it's one of the big trees, one of the last big trees hanging over the sidewalk.
Mark, can we prioritize for residents request first?
I'm sorry?
Can we prioritize for residents request first, because we have been waiting for,
No, residents comments is down after all the.
We got a lot of stuff to get to.
Not resident comments, it's a resident concern.
Resident comments is the last on the agenda before the agenda, always has been.
All these, when we're taking unilateral decisions, you take passing your own rules, you have been making patiently. Just-
How many, are you all together?
yeah.
You know, the same property?
but,
Okay. Motion to move immediately to resident comments and give them their 3 minutes. And then we can move on to life. Is there a second?
Okay.
Yeah, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resident comments. Sir, how can I help you?
Sure. First of all, thank you for adding the agenda.
Would you, I'm really hard at hearing. If you wouldn't mind, could you
Yeah.
come up to the table? Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for adding the agenda, so I travel for job. So I'm not here and this AI world, you just try to save job and then kids and families are here actually. So we want to ensure that they have access to gym. And if it is 15 and above, I'm happy to sign as a parental guidance actually, or whatever, the document I need to sign. Because I can't be here all the time with him if he goes to the gym. So that's one concern I have. And the second is also like especially the security person. He spoke to my son and I think his son, both of our friends, and said that you are on my radar. So he stopped going outside actually, even for biking. So that guy kept tracking actually, I told in front 2 times, you're on my radar, so that's not acceptable from the other side as well.
Now you cannot be kicking out on kids just because they're of color.
They're breaking the rules.
He's specifically.
They're breaking the rules on multiple occasions and it's disrespectful. I'm not being biased. I watched the video.
Just let them get their 3 minutes and then we'll motion on that motion. Let's see, is it
So
this?
for clarity, we're talking about the rule of 14-15 must be accompanied by an adult and have their own key fob, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So-
and then we are requesting parent, I can give a consent.
No,
We can't, that's an
there's an
insurance reason,
issue.
there's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah,
But
that's an
why is
insurance.
that actually? Because.
That's
all
the
gyms
intro.
allow- All the gyms nearby, they allow that, so.
We're not gyms nearby, this is an
But to
HOA.
the resident, that's what I'm saying, is there a way we
It's-
can change the rule?
Well, it's, so like, we're covered under insurance. Insurance sets the guidelines to us of what they'll cover for an event.
Mm.
So they're saying, 14-15 can be allowed as long as there's an adult there. 16 and above is covered under insurance. Does that make sense?
We're restricted by the insurance policy.
Yeah, so that's a good thing because
That
I'm
makes
aware.
sense, the way you guys talk, the way these people were talking, it was like putting us down, really.
Oh,
It was never explained, I can tell you, it was never explained by her or the staff member that we have an insurance issue, I understand. I also work in a banking area, so I really
Yeah.
understand that.
now, as far as security talking to your children, if they're breaking the rules and there's violations occurring, it's his job to enforce those rules.
They can talk to us, they can send an email.
But if
You know,
you're not,
but
you
the
just
kids,
said you're
right?
never here, right?
But my wife is here, family is here.
But it's not his job to go policing around through the house to then do that?
Pacing around, but
It is-
picking on an individual
Okay,
and
you
then.
guys said that wrong.
It is his job to police around.
It's his job to police around and take care of the facilities.
Exactly, but picking up on one individual and then making that person down, that's.
Chief
that's
was
not-
reactivated, what, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Or when is it all till?
17. I think it's another 2 days.
Okay.
That's the 20, it's today.
Do we have a list of each time for this key fob?
I just asked Luca to come. We can run that list. We don't have that.
I thought I had it on, I can't do the.
There were multiple.
Yeah, so bottom line, I'm not gonna make any motion here. I review every single security report. Of which I have seen your young ones a few times. B, I want you to note that violations like in the future of age violations in the gym will come with $100 fine.
You know,
It will
that-
not just be a removal of your accesses to the amenities. So I would say going forward, talk to them about the age requirements, make sure they don't violate, try to sneak it. And
But they can accompany with a parent, right?
Yes.
We were.
14 and 15
14 and
with a
15.
parent may accompany.
But they also need to have a key fob.
Yes.
So they individually have.
Yes.
Key
Yes.
fob, they
Yes.
have mine?
Yes.
So it looks like they cannot until they are 16.
They just
No.
can't,
When they're
they,
14, they can, but they have to, 14 and 15, they have a different color key fob than
Yes.
a key fob.
yeah,
And at 14 and 15, the parent has to be present in the gym the entire time the child is in the gym. You cannot get your kid in and leave.
yeah.
You have to stay with your child. If your child is 13, they are not allowed in the gym, period. End of story for the entire community.
But
If we-
yeah, how we get in front of that is because they're 14, 15, they can come down here, they can get access, show proof of age, and that's how they'll get the key fob.
Exactly.
And then they have to be.
Yeah.
And then they
he
keep-
declared that he can do
I
mine.
was not aware about the rules,
Yeah.
where did it sign, I also don't know.
So all of the community rules are available on Appfolio for the entire community to read and review. I would suggest that if you're not familiar with them, you get familiar with them. Ignorance is
But
not
if-
an excuse.
No, but if you keep passing on new rules, like we added this $100 thing, it wasn't there in the past.
It's always been there,
It's
we're
always-
just going to start using it because we have events like, and it wasn't just your kid that came in, right? He came in with 2 friends.
That's-
It was his kid
Yes, he
who
is
was
also
a
like-
resident of the same community.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not a different
So
Outside.
Look, I love the fact that your kids want to work out. I think it's
And we were
fantastic.
giving them the right
I'm not there, I'm
Yeah.
not here.
Right.
I
get it.
across-
Look, I get it, man.
Tend to hurt.
You
Yeah.
can't go to
There are.
Anytime Fitness either as a
there
kid by
are
yourself.
people that
and
they
you can't go to Planet Fitness
Yeah.
either. It's the same in most gyms, and the rule is the rule. I understand you have small kids, but if your children want to use the amenities, you have to follow the rules. So that means if your boys want to go to the gym, they have to have an adult with them in the gym the entire time they're in the gym. If that doesn't work because of your schedule, I'm sorry, but that is the rule.
Is there a way we can check with insurance?
No,
What the cost
that is the
difference?
way it is. We are not going to change the rules that we have established in this community for everyone. That is the rule with the insurance company. That is the rule that we have. The rules are
That's the
published.
time given.
It is what it is.
And they have to be respectful of Luther when Luther says you need to leave. They can't be smart mouths to him.
Well, again, to the
It's
earlier
another-
comment at the beginning of the meeting, it will not be tolerated. If somebody has a smart mouth to another resident,
Let's see the
to one of the
content.
employees, I'm speaking, please.
Yeah. go ahead.
To one of the employees, to Luther, the security guard, one of the security guards at the pool, it is not tolerated. We're in a community where everybody needs to get along. So if you are not following the rules and somebody tells you to follow the rules and you decide to have a smart mouth, there are consequences for that. It's just like real life.
I remember. You're the one at the pool, you went to go to the pool and Luther was there and you asked him to let you in. And you called Luther a racist.
Yep.
That's, I watched the video. I remember you said it. I remember this. Yes. Yes, I remember now. Thank you. Your time has expired. Have a wonderful day. Next issue.
The save a tree, so we have the tree that's right over here, Les leaning over the
That's
sidewalk. It's a.
So the next issue is the save a tree.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So this is disease, and we're gonna have a couple of the trees
That's
looking at right over here, the palm tree that's dead. We're just gonna have it dropped into the green space.
So you want to pay $2,300? We spent so much money on tree removal.
I know. we have some down.
So this, we're back on the save a tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If you would listen to me, you wouldn't get into situations like that, you would have made.
He just needed a minute.
You know what? Their
It's better
energy,
just to get.
their energy was throwing my meeting off.
Yeah.
But now you remember?
I can feel it. Yeah, well, yeah.
Back on topic, why is this company called Save a Tree if we just cut all the trees down?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
That's true. Why are we not saving the
Yeah.
tree?
Trust me, we would love
Poor
to. It's that same beetle that's inside.
That's a really great point. I've dealt with it multiple times. I've never thought about that. But they really never saved the tree. It's always to cut it down, like, well, save it.
So it's a 15-inch tree. Is there two of them?
So it's.
Was it
the one
sister?
that works off right there. I mean, if you walk out there, you'll see it, all the bark is gone, and it just keeps falling down more and more.
Okay. Well, we don't want you falling on
The children,
Lucas.
like,
I don't
no,
think we
we're
can do
going
much
to
about
kids,
The children.
the children
Okay.
that are so.
All right, let's do it. We have a budget for it, right? In tree removal?
Well, we are kind of tight on that area with our budget, but that is through the end of May.
Yeah.
Each month, we have about $5,000 that we have to spend.
But tree removal, we have a separate line item.
Well, I'm talking about all within landscaping, yeah.
It does have a different line. Historically, we try to keep that for hurricanes, but I mean, this one's a safety thing, so I don't.
Mhm.
But it's also, it also will generate a hurricane.
Yeah, the wind will knock it over and it will
And
destroy.
then we're gonna
something
have to
else.
replace the entire child.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Or another saddle roof.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's that disease, that bug, that beetle. that did the other-
Is there any way that they can treat the other trees to keep the beetle from spreading?
No, because you don't know, it's in there, they can try injecting it.
No chance of them saving a tree.
There's no chance of that.
Imagine that.
Spray them with something.
We'll be back next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we save the tree, spend your money on a new tree.
Mhm.
Can we get the mulch from this tree?
Motion to approve $2,320 to spend on this tree. Is there a second?
Second.
Henry seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next, Sunrise Landscaping, pool drain pit, adding
Do all four together.
You want to do all four together? All right, let's brief them all. All right,
So this is on the outside of the
what is this?
pool. So where we just put the photocarpus right there, and that's the drain.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like. But these kids actually went to the other one, the new one where we have the two palms that we took out. The kids took the rocks out of that and
good.
threw them over on kind of like, I gotta look at them tomorrow. So this is what it looks like, and this is what it could look like.
Can we glue those rocks? No, because if the kids picked them out and threw them around, just.
Landscape, these will be annual riprap stones, that's landscape AI, and you're not gonna look like a grid work like that, it'll be riprap that ties in together. The problem is every time they drain the water off the pool with the chlorinated water, it just turns all the mulch white and it just looks awful, so I would just hang up, just take a little stone on it so it stays nice and neat and clean.
But seriously, can we glue them into place so that the kids don't move them?
That big, I would, so we could probably do a mortar setting bed, I'll look into that and see if I can
Okay,
get you
just
that.
that way they
option.
don't walk around the pool and end up in the pool. Or
Yeah,
around the
well, these
pool.
are gonna be 6 to 12 inch riprap, so.
Oh, so
it's
they're
gonna
much
be
bigger.
pretty aggressive, the ones that she's talking about are more of like a,
Yeah.
they're, I think, 2 inch
Yeah.
minus, like, pebbles, like.
So, yeah.
Each pebble
So,
type stuff, so.
like no 8-year-old's gonna go over there and pick up one of the stones you're putting down.
That's correct, and they're awful to walk on, just to keep people right out of the area.
It'll be a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
If they look like one, they'll toss them around like pebbles,
Mhm.
but normal kids.
Mark tosses people like pebbles. That's the people.
I'm a very nice guy. This guy should.
We just saw.
Yeah. What? What's this? So do we want to do the $1,000 for these stones, or are we gonna see if we can get them ordered in?
You wanna let us know and then not to exceed, how much can water
I mean,
be?
if they're that big, I don't.
If they're that big, we don't need
I
to
don't
order
think
them
we need
in. I thought we were going with the ones in the picture, which are the 6-inch stone.
The brain down too, so if you want it more often, I just wanna kind of see what that would look like in. In the chlorinated water constantly going over, it would probably have to be a special type of more like a pool. I don't know, I have to look into it.
If the rocks are as big as you say, then,
No.
yeah, then we don't. I thought they were gonna be the smaller ones,
Right,
like
right.
6 to 4 inches.
Sorry, I know I called you back, I wanted you to
Breeze.
defend and tell the last people that were here how long they were.
Yeah, I didn't hear his story, but that's fine. We've moved on.
So palm trees,
Let's keep pressing.
Okay, are we doing the rocks? Yes, sir.
but we were doing all of them at once.
Well, we'll see. Does anybody not want to do stones? Okay, so we'll just keep going. We'll do them all together. Next is the foxtails palms that died. And you want to replace them with something else.
Well. This is what it can look like, this is what it used to look like.
I like those.
I don't think we need it right now.
Looks pretty good.
It
I think
does.
it looks pretty good.
If we have to save money, I'd rather save money putting these in it and not put these in it.
So not put those in.
Will these grow back?
No. Oh, they're froze.
So we just gotta get them removed.
They're gone.
Oh, they're gone already.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you wanna hold off on that? Maybe we put it for another month or something.
Yeah, I think.
The foxtail palms.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
get
mean,
those
if
striped
you
out.
wanna approve it, approve it.
Now let's keep going.
I don't think we have to have that.
Don't spend the money on it.
Don't. So this one, I do wanna spend money on, because this is that one. Right out here. And we have tried everything to grow different kind of things.
Are we still in a spot though that we wanna let the rain do its work before we do anything like that?
Well, we're watering here every day to bring our plants. Where they need to be, so we can go from, yeah, and this is like the last spot here.
Yeah.
We have
And
it.
just put the mulch in. The mulch looks nice.
You should use the new mulch.
Is that what this is? What is it?
Mulch right here.
What type of mulch?
Alright, so she's fixed the issue, you can move on.
Alright. So you just wanna add the
Just dump
tree?
her, just
and then,
you can dump a bucket on there.
Yep.
So mulch and a tree. Okay, so we're doing rocks and a mulch and a tree.
Yes,
Okay, and then pool parking lot.
and then the pool parking lot. So this is outside the parking lot, on
Oh, wow. Look at that.
those space. So we can make it look like that.
$4,000. And this is
It's a lot of
landscaping?
work.
Are those seasonal?
No, these aren't seasonal. flowers.
No, the Texas stage is really lagging, it's been
Okay.
kind of like hell since I started here
Yeah.
4 years ago, but just removing the Texas stage and putting in some stuff that's frost tolerant. Will attract butterflies and pollinators and all that kind of stuff, and just brightening up that entrance, it's the one section of the parking lot where it just looks shabby still.
Yeah, it's the only part. that we still maintain that.
Yeah, that's like $4,000.
But I just saved you 1,000 on the other one.
Is it, like this is a non-traffic area, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna walk through that. Should we be looking at maybe like Florida friendly, like rocks and
You would do something like that?
it's,
friendly?
it's, yeah, it's just for me, it's like nobody's gonna walk through that, nobody's gonna destroy it, whatever, it's not.
So do more like we did over at the dog park, in front of the dog park by the statue,
Mhm.
that type of thing. I think,
Because we won't have to do anything beyond that, like maintenance wise.
For the bushes that you're talking about there?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm more concerned, like, so, like the two foxtail palms that you guys were just talking about over there.
Yeah.
We were gonna put staples in over there because
Yeah.
they're freezing frost out, won't bother them. The palm right here is a pinto palm, freeze for 3 days, it's not gonna hurt the palm whatsoever, so. Same thing with that island, I'm just looking at things like they can be cut back, that, you know, if they do get a freeze or whatever, we can maintain them. And we're not gonna have to replace them again next year, it's what we've been fighting with all the frost that we've had recently, so. It's just a little center island that divides the street from the parking lot,
Yeah.
there's no foot traffic, the walkways on the other,
Yeah.
other side of the parking lot, so. I was looking for flash, right, just, you've done so much work in the pool area, just something with some bright pops of color that would really, you know, make an entrance, but.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a yes on the Rip Rock, a yes on the Pindo Palm out here, and no on everything else. That's how I'm feeling.
Mhm.
Because it sounds like we're kind of short on budget this month. For
Yeah.
landscaping.
And we could wait until the fall,
Yeah.
after hurricane season, because we don't know if we're gonna have, So could we kick this one to
Yeah.
like November, December?
So I've got the pool drain pit and the window pump.
Yep,
Yeah.
Motion to approve the Rip Rock Stone for $998.78 and the Pindo Palm in front of the lake house for $1,135.06. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
To confirm, that is the palm plus the mulch,
Yes.
not,
Here,
yeah.
it's already been mulched, but I included a touch up as.
We'll need the mulch.
Are you in favor?
Yeah.
All in
Yeah.
favor? Motion carries. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next one is a Sprinkler Solutions, an estimate for motion to approve $161.21 to replace a solenoid for zone E16. Or
Second.
The one,
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, let's see, Sunrise. We got some, $4,200.
so this is the hedge and we have gone back. to-
Perimeter viburnum hedge replacement.
So it's right here on the corner. And we checked the water, we've tried everything, we put them in on the other side, over by the apartment. And it's just, it's a battle.
How do we,
Is this cat house? Where is this? Sandpit?
So that's in the corner, so the.
how do we solve this? I mean, like, we can replace it, but it's probably gonna happen again because we don't know what's wrong with it.
Right, and we don't know if it's kids walking through, we don't know if it's dogs that,
Where would they walk through to? What's on this side?
that's the circle. The roundabout right there.
So the sky top, it comes through there, and the end of sky top is like a little turn, like an end, it ends, but the sidewalk goes out and through the hedge, just up a little bit further.
So
I think
there
they're
is,
cutting up towards the circle.
so there is a sidewalk that leads all the way out, and but then this is probably,
No, they're
50,
probably
55
cutting, they're
feet.
probably cutting through,
That's what-
right there going to the pool. Yeah, cause the other, remember the other side, it was where you want to put the
Yep.
bushes, that was going to school.
exactly.
So here they're going to pool through there.
Right here then, on the map.
Mhm.
It wasn't requested, just so I'll say that, it's right at the circle, it's that focal point.
Yeah,
I had her.
That's what it used to,
work
so
with
it's right here, on the backside of this.
It's like a
And they just keep dying.
Yeah.
Restaurant.
Yeah, I see it, it's that right there.
Yeah, I
see it on Google Maps.
Yeah. You think they're walking through, Mark?
And they're dead
So-
again. Okay, let's not replace them again. Let's not do that again. Let's not spend 4,000 on something that's gonna die again.
Right,
Well, and we should, to the point, we should definitely make sure it's not well, you're saying it's an irrigation issue. That would,
I had my Illinois manager, who's, you know, one of the best in the state, look at it, there's nothing wrong with the plans,
Yeah,
there's
there's
nothing
no
wrong with the
buzz.
installation, the ones that aren't doing good aren't ones that we've previously replaced. This is just a zone section, I think, I don't know, you haven't walked with Michael yet, so we
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
haven't walked with Michael, but he has checked this location, he swears it's on, and
We-
it's the watering.
when it was the other side going to the school.
Mhm.
What did we do
We
there?
put in fence
Sure, well, that's
and
what I
then
was
replace the
going with.
bushes and then nobody can go through the
Right.
fence, so the bushes are just fine.
They look great. I run it every day.
Yeah.
So do we look at that?
The only thing with that, I did meet with somebody about fixing the stone wall that's falling,
Oh, yeah.
so.
That's gonna be super expensive.
Nope, may
Really?
not be, because from what he said, the wall is actually built correctly. It's not fully completed, so the water from all the rain is what's causing it, so there's no drain into.
So it's washing out all
It's
the,
washing out and it's not connected, the
downspouts aren't connected?
the bricks themselves, they use like hard as nails, and that was it, so now it's all like kind of.
They didn't use adhesive on the bricks. They should have glued every brick down to the brick.
Everything. And he also said that he could probably fix it without taking out the bushes that are out on the straight by side.
So just a suggestion, do you want me to link up with you? We'll walk it, so punt this until next meeting, we'll walk together.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
We were actually walking June, we'd have gone through Sagewood.
Well, we can add this to it. Yeah.
It's no problem.
Yes, then we look at it.
Yeah.
We'll do that again.
Okay,
Okay,
because we're doing, yeah, June 10th, we're doing the Sagewood wall.
so we'll put this on next month's agenda.
Great. The next thing is the insert crossing palm tree installation, replacing a hibiscus for 900. No, I skipped one.
No, I think you got it.
Kite lane for $777, a tree and so.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So we just did, about 2 months ago, we just did the update on all the plants
Yeah.
that died out all the time.
Yeah,
This one does not have a tree.
yeah.
She didn't have a tree, she needs a tree.
It needs a tree.
Tree.
And this is Sandpiper. How was their landscaping budget again? Sandpiper?
Not great, worse than the master budget, but I think another way of looking at this, because I keep going through the first 5 months of the year, looking at the budget, obviously. This is a lot of this is seasonal work,
Yeah.
and probably won't have the same kind of expenses in the fall and the winter, I would expect.
Agreed.
We have about $50,000 in the annual budget, excluding the landscaping contract service. So right now, we've spent roughly about $30,000. We've got about 20,000 left. This was the one area that we did a lot of work on the dead plant material from the winter.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, trees is probably the time to do that rather than sod.
So you want a motion to approve this tree? Go right ahead, sir.
Motion to approve the installation of their palm tree, all right?
777.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Type and palm tree.
All right,
Second,
I will second it. You second your own motion?
no, I second, I guess second.
Oh.
Second.
Move this on.
All right, all in favor of replacing this palm tree, say aye. Aye, motion carries. Next one,
Okay, so we need pressure washing done over at Sandpiper. We have not had it done yet. This is a 3-year contract. So this way we lock them in like we did over in Stateville.
what are the pressure washing, the sidewalks?
The sidewalks, the houses, it's.
Oh, everything.
Everything.
Okay.
There's still
It's a lot.
25 dates on here, 2025 dates.
Yes, because we didn't do last year. So
Okay,
he's got 2025. That's the money from 2025, and 2026 and 2027. See, it's a 3-year contract,
I got you.
right?
So did we have the money in the
I feel like
25
we
budget
should.
for this? So did that carry over into 26?
Yeah, so it's in retained earnings. So this is where
Okay.
Michael wants to choke me because I'm like, yeah, the money is there, but it's not.
It's not?
See that face?
It's not on the budget.
It's not on this year's budget, but it,
I mean,
not as much.
is it worth waiting till after rain season to power wash?
We can, because that's usually when we do it.
Right,
Yeah, like end of October.
yeah,
So this is for 70 grand, it's 3 years of pressure washing.
Yes,
So this year, next year, and the following year.
yes.
So 26, 27, 28.
Mhm.
Right,
Okay.
so to what Kevin's saying, it says 25, 26, 27.
Right, because he proposed it because he knew we didn't do it in 25.
Uh-huh.
So it was 2025, 26, and 27. But if we don't do it until October or September, probably September.
yeah, September.
Yeah,
So we did 26, 27, 28.
right. So I can have him change it. It's just
Oh.
locking in the price.
Yeah.
Because
This
we're
is an
gonna
old
be super
contract,
damp
is what you're saying.
until then.
I thought you- Why does it say 25 through 27, not 26
Because
through
he knew,
28?
because we didn't do 25 work.
He didn't, he just used the quote from 25
Okay.
and just said, yeah, I'll hold the quote and move it forward.
I get what you're saying.
Are we trying to do some fishy math here, Henry? Like,
No, I wouldn't wanna sign it.
I wouldn't either.
We needed updated,
Maybe
to
like
say 26, 27,
Yeah.
28. Yeah, just so that,
So,
yeah,
so he needs to fix that,
Because
but then wait till October.
Right, so
Yeah.
it'll be 26, 27, 28. So 2025 will not be done.
Mhm.
It wasn't done, so that's why he put it for the year 2025 and I've done 2026, even though it's 26, 27.
Right, you're saying we don't have a line item for this?
Yes.
We do.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
It's an annual budget of 11,000, so doing it later in the year
Mhm.
would make sense, because then we can just adjust the budget.
Yep.
If it's over 3 years, then you'll just prorate it over that time
Great.
period.
Okay.
So best thing to do.
All right, I'm gonna update the contract.
So no motion.
Yeah.
Because we are in 26.
So should she bring it to the next meeting and then we'll do it, or wait
that's-
until October?
Yeah, we gotta approve it the next meeting.
But then it's gotta be scheduled too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wait a
That's
minute.
fine. Schedule it for September.
yeah.
Hmm.
That way we lock in whatever rate and
Yeah.
the troopers.
that's
Have we
fine.
used this person before?
No, but I checked out his work. He does look,
My concern though is the 3-year contract, like he's terrible.
right, well,
How do we get out of it?
I just got rid of the green.
Yeah,
papers.
That's why I wanna pay him $40,000 for bad work.
Exactly.
But there's obviously agreement, we can review that agreement, right, once he changes it?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we'll do.
Make sure we have some version of a clause of like,
Agreed.
you failed to do your job.
You out.
All right, next meeting for that one. Dirty Deeds Exterior Cleaning LLC, what is this for?
That's another proposal of, pressure washing. This is an older one, it does it. So this is the price difference between, so J and S pressure washing brings the water. Dirty Deeds,
Don't bring,
nope.
how do you pressure off without water?
You come here and you put that on ours every single time,
Oh,
do things and go down.
So we
we're
pay.
paying,
She spends.
how much? That's a huge price difference.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's what, like 17,000 versus 23,000. What's that, $6,000? It's like 6,000 some change on it, so it's like $6,600 or something.
To do what?
For the
Versus
water.
with the water or without the water.
How much does it cost to fill the pool?
we didn't get that bill, did we?
If you want to, right, take it from.
No, because if the pool costs $6,000 to fill, there's no way you're going through an entire pool worth of water,
Sure, even with 10 5.
right? So if you do the 16,000, like that, I'm just trying to get an idea of the math,
Right,
right? So we just filled the pool and I'm sure that that's tens of thousands of gallons. I was just trying to see how much that cost.
right, because they usually price it by 8 cents a square foot with the water. Between 8 and 10 cents a square foot with the water. So he obviously, they didn't give me any square footage, just the standard.
Yeah, let's punt this to the next meeting.
Yeah.
Both of them. You're not gonna pick one or the other right now. Because we need to update the contract, so.
Yeah.
Tell them they're both very competitive bids. We'd like to see better offers because you're up
Please,
against
yeah.
some stiff competition.
Please sharpen your pencil.
Next, are we into Sagewood now? We are.
Just
Yeah.
sage.
How's, refresh my memory, sir, the Sagewood landscaping budget?
We are right at budget for, as of the end of May, but we get, let's see here, 3,500 each month.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is work that's gonna be done in June, more than likely, then that's when it gets paid and
Wonderful.
within that amount.
It's kind of an eyesore, so.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, they died with the. frost.
Well, yeah, that's right. We need to replace that. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see, this first
We
one
can
here.
hold it till October and they can use it as a Halloween.
Motion approved $928.89 to replace this tree at 13504 Circuit Crossing. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Kevin seconds. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Maybe they could save it. bring it
Next
to the
one
house.
is another tree at 13512 Circuit Crossing
Ready?
for $960. Motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Kevin seconds. Any discussion? Nothing heard. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Sprinkler Solutions, zone not working. Is this $300 to diagnose or?
Probably right.
This is, discovered the two zones not being used.
there something you gentlemen like to share with the class?
No.
I'm just kidding.
We were just saying that maybe they could save the dead trees so that we could use them for Halloween.
Yeah.
Both of them.
See, look, they're getting along fine.
No, we always get along.
We're just a couple of chuckleheads. Yeah, right over, yeah, definitely, put them right in the middle of the driveway, help move them.
Okay,
Right.
all right, so it's a $300
Good part,
estimate.
I don't know where Mark lives and he puts up
They
decorations.
gotta,
already.
Just a dig.
I think it's the fix too.
Yeah, the fix too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Not
to replace parts, fittings,
And
replace
repair.
kits.
So.
So not to exceed 3.
Yeah. And it says, should the repair exceed the estimate, Sprinkler Solutions will reach out immediately with an updated estimate. So motion to approve $300 to replace zone 2 at 13536 Circuit Crossing. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's see, the next thing is more pressure washing.
Yes,
This
this
one's
is
more
the.
expensive.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just punt that to next month, can we?
Kids do it.
We just don't talk about pressure
I
washing.
mean, if we put this out on the board, I'm sure people will volunteer.
Yeah.
For that price.
Okay, painting.
I think I'll do it.
Holy
It's my-
cow.
Just,
So.
well, just at least to have that conversation, what is this? What is it for?
What happened?
I'm just saying, 75 grand for what?
Pressure washing.
Yeah, where?
3-year contract,
We
Oh,
just
so
walls,
25,000 a year.
buildings,
Yeah.
Sidewalks
the sidewalks.
It's
and the-
just sidewalks and,
and the houses.
The thing is, this year, that don't have to get done because they're getting it painted this year. Sagebrush is getting their entire house painted.
oh, so then we don't have to pressure wash the houses, so they should,
Right.
okay.
That was this quote from Lowe's with the budget.
So this is reserve money.
Okay.
Because they're actually finishing up PV, it's the phase 3 of their villas over. Hometown Lane area, Kinsley, so that's gonna be completed, and then this one's also now ready to go, and yes.
There's $136,800 to paint every house in Sageville,
How many houses?
76,
76 homes.
but
Pretty
watch this.
Hmm?
In the reserves. Painting,
Yeah, we should have 187.
yep, and then, we estimated by the end of the year to have 203,000.
Great, so it's significantly less than is actually budgeted and planned for.
Well.
Wonderful.
they-
Motion to approve $136,800 to paint all the homes in Sagewood.
Second.
It's less than 2 million house, so that's super cheap.
Yeah. Any,
I have comments.
Luther, don't let somebody sneak up behind them.
I have a comment on that though. Is the power
You have a
washing,
comment?
yeah, is the power washing for that same thing? What, the one that was right before it, the 70, was that,
We're
because
not gonna
that's,
do those.
right, but that was houses too, right?
Right.
For the same area? So they're gonna get power washed already
No, they're gonna be power washed by them, so.
by the painting company
Yes,
to paint. So in reality, this one that they have right here doesn't need to be this. They need to
Right.
change it because they're not gonna power wash the houses,
exactly.
So it would go down to 50,000
Yeah.
roughly.
right?
Because he still has to do the driveway. and
Yeah.
the,
So it's just, I think that needs to go back to them and say, hey, you need to adjust is all I'm trying to get to for that power washing, for when we do talk about it.
I like it.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think.
that was my other
There's
comment.
That's
no
a good point.
difference in price, because I did talk to him about it originally, so there's no difference in price.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
We should buy a full-time handyman. Have him do all of this,
Right.
be cheaper.
Just constantly just be painting.
Any other questions about the painting? It's in the budget. We have to do it this year.
It's gonna look good though.
All right, no more, remaining life 1 year. Okay. So, all in favor of the painting, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed, right?
Yep.
Okay, motion carries, thank you. Next thing, Sunrise, in Pear Villas, there's no landscaping at the time, there is a couple. Irrigation issues. There's $200-$300 quotes to get some things fixed, and then
Yeah,
one for $62.50.
So the 6250,
Oh.
that is changing out the zones. Tommy and I have been back and forth. I am gonna hold off on paying that, because this should be part of the,
warranty
Inspection.
thing, yeah.
when he comes in, and if it does have to be just reset, either me or Jennifer are gonna go out and do it.
Okay, so we're
Jennifer does
that.
that, yeah, by the time it's just reprogramming, go and reprogram it, touch GFI, GFCI. this,
So this is Perryville person
Mm.
connected the controller to their personal Wi-Fi.
Yes, they did.
And then so you have to go back out now and fix it and put it on the HOA Wi-Fi again.
So this one was done, so actually. This one I have to pay because I know that, whatchamacallit was there. Michael was there for an hour with Hydro Eyes, taking the Wi-Fi back.
Is there any way to charge the homeowner for the costs?
That's one of the things Tommy and I have been back and forth, how we figure it out, so I make notes on every time the GFCI, because we're only replacing 2 GFCIs, and then it falls on the homeowner. And then anything going forward with hijacking the Wi-Fi, we are gonna put it back.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't have it in writing. That's it.
but yeah, that's definitely something we should discuss as a board, because if that's incurring costs,
Right, it's not.
that's
fair to
somebody
everyone.
purposely tampering with
Yes.
it.
Well, there was one that was unplugged the other day. They just walked over and unplugged it. So now the wire is just sitting out in the rain in the sun.
Because they don't want to pay the water bill.
Mhm.
And then we pay for the sod to be replaced.
That's the whole point of these new irrigation timers, is so we can note when and where changes are made to them, right? Do we have the, is it 100% up and running? Do we have the?
In Paired Village, yes, it is.
Okay.
So I can show you that app. It's really cool. So we can see what it is.
In the meantime, there's these two, let's see, low pressure at 5830 Circuit Boulevard and low pressure at 5818 Circuit Crossing. Each is 300, motion to approve both at the price of 300 each.
So the
fix
question
problems.
on that is like, why is the pressure off? Like, to me, it sounds like the installers didn't do the irrigation appropriately.
It's been like that for years. Nothing's changed in the ground. This is the only thing that we changed was put the Wi-Fi boxes up on the.
So if there's
you're
low
thinking
pressure,
this
you
is
got,
like-
has the system been checked for a leak?
That's my concern, is
Because
it's a
it
bigger
sounds like,
issue than.
it sounds
just-
like there's a cracked pipe somewhere. Because if they have no pressure going, but the pressures at the head end is good, and then at the receiving end is bad, somewhere along there, you're losing pressure. which
The
we-
reality is they're gonna figure it out when they change when they try to change the head and it doesn't change anything.
Well,
Right.
these quotes are for investigating low pressure.
Yeah,
So they're
so
going
that
to
makes
find out
sense.
what the problem is.
Yeah,
That's,
So,
sounds
yeah,
like a
that's what
leak
it
in the
said.
line somewhere.
Somebody want to second my motion?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Yeah. All in favor?
Uh,
Which carries. All right, the next one is the 6250. This is us paying for who to go out and reconnect the Wi-Fi.
Michael went out, irrigation tech went out and did it.
Okay,
And spent an hour and a half on the phone with Hydro Eyes to take the Wi-Fi back. Tommy's done it before and, yeah. It's not an easy process. Because you have to go through and you have to let them know who you are and then put in, you put the faceplate up the back. Read the number to them, convince them that we own the Wi-Fi box, is not that. Not the.
yeah, because on the box, you can actually change it yourself.
and how many times has it happened in this particular?
This is the first one on this one. But the GFCI code, GFCI.
Does it make sense though, for where we're in control of those, that we probably send out some sort of notification of what happens when they do that?
That's what we have to. put-
Cause that's probably gonna happen way more often, cause it's pretty easy to change all that
So,
and take control from your phone.
Exactly.
That's what's great about Hydro Eyes.
so then the cost of the reprogramming plus $100 fine.
Mm.
That would be my suggestion, because there has to be there has to be some kind of punitive damage. Right, if you're knowingly doing that and you're creating extra work, because it creates work for you and Jennifer.
Right.
Right, so $100 fine for doing something you know you're not supposed to do,
I mean,
just like we do with the other.
yeah, it's a great point too, because we're also in control of the water. Last meeting, we had that whole long conversation, so if they're controlling that, we could be fined for what they're doing.
Right, and in addition, if they turn off their sprinkler, the entire community has to pay for their grass, which is not fair. And we've spent tens of thousands of dollars on
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah, which more than likely they're doing the opposite, but good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, put it in writing, send it out to all of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's worth it, because this is just the start, right?
Mhm.
These are the ones that got caught,
Exactly.
right?
So let's pay this one and then
Yeah.
send a letter. We're gonna send a letter. Send a letter to everybody letting them know
Yeah,
that there will be consequences in the future.
yeah.
Motion to approve $60.50 to pay for who's this sprinkler solutions, with the hydroized back law. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. Motion carries. That's the last item. Any other resident comments? Anybody online?
No.
Somebody's online.
Oh, yeah, Kipple, Kple. If I said that wrong, I apologize.
Any resident comments, ma'am? Anything? No? Reading the back. Tom, did you have anything to add? We kind of never really gave you the floor at any time.
No, I.
Okay. That's it then.
Is it,
Oh, next month's meeting, sorry.
Oh, that's right, next month's meeting. Date for next month's meeting, we're looking at June 18th. Does that work for everybody? We're gonna have to move it a week.
I move forward.
I will not be able to be at that one.
Hey, I don't plan that far in advance.
Right now, I'll be in town.
Okay, as long as we have quorum,
Yeah.
I'll be here.
I won't be
June
there.
18th.
So you can't be
No, I'll be on a cruise.
I'll be on the cruise the next
the
time.
next week, that's when
Yeah.
he's like, Kevin?
As of right now, I should be able to.
Okay,
Or, you said no?
Yes.
you won't be here?
Okay, all right, so we're not gonna have, hold on.
Sure, me, Henry, Kevin, will you be here, man?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
And then,
Jeff.
So you said
and then
Jeff.
Jeff, once we get in touch with Jeff, find out what he's doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, can I ask a question for, I'll say like resident comments, because you brought that up?
Do you want to like put on your resident hat now?
No, I just want to ask a question related specifically to the pool for clarification.
Yeah,
About people being able to bring in toys into the pool.
you really gonna hit us at the end? with
I
the toy
just want to bring
conversation?
it up.
It's all over the, yes.
I
think it's worth
fair,
talking about.
right? I just want to bring it up, like, obviously not wearing, like bringing the mats and the pool floaty,
Yeah.
but kids like being able to bring in like specific little toys to play with by themselves and things like that.
So
Right.
what we normally do and what. With it on again?
Yeah.
It's noisy enough to bring it up.
We do, we have some children that need that. Toy to use. We have some autistic children that need that interaction with the toys, because.
Yeah.
Well, that falls under ADA, so they have to. have
Right,
it.
and they have it all the time, you know, they can wear the floaties, they can do all that, they do, you know, bring in like a little car that they can bring in. But we can't have beach balls, we can't have anything, any kind of water guns, anything like that, the bigger kids, I mean. They take it to the next level.
Yeah,
You know, if it's controlled, totally,
yeah.
okay, but. It's,
But I do think that security is probably taking a hard line of saying nothing. You can't have anything, and I think that's what's creating issues.
well, it's,
There really is nothing. You're not allowed to have
Right.
toys in the pool with the exception of kickboards. There's a few things that are allowed.
It's like pool noodles are not allowed.
The arm floaties are allowed from what I remember.
travelers,
The kickboards are allowed to swim, to like do swim lessons or train swimming or
in the
whatever.
lap pool,
Yeah,
and it's safe.
and, but I think that's it. It's pretty limited. Noodles are not on the list. Floats, other floats are not on the list.
So should we send out a note to the community of that list so that everybody's got that? Cause I know it's not written on the board.
Some of the boards, so what I've asked the Patty or Jennifer or somebody to do this week is take all of our actual pool rules, laminate them and put them on the table when you walk in. Cause like the ones that are on the
Yeah.
board is just kind of
Great
like
idea.
the hot
Yeah.
ones.
Great idea.
So we'll
Yeah.
just laminate and put all the rules on
Yeah.
the table. So you
Okay.
can see every single rule right there.
Yeah.
It's on my desk, I just didn't get to do that.
And there's like, even my wife had, we were there the other day and it was like 8 mile an hour gust winds.
Right.
And there's like no umbrellas. It's like,
Here, I'll tell you, I would go to bat for them with the umbrellas there. So
at what level?
it's like 10 miles an hour, I think is
So
our,
8 and under 10.
Did you have an anemometer out there?
I mean, we have the Ruskin Weather Station right down the street, so when they're doing it, that's what they
Far
do.
Ruskin is very big wind difference. I'm a boater, let me tell you, 10 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour is a big deal. But look, if you want to get the pool guard an anemometer, we can do that, and they can stand out there and put it in the air.
But I think it goes to the point. If there's pool rules, you can't just subjectively change them. So if it's 10 or 15, I think the burden is on us to prove that it's 10 or 15, not on the homeowner to say. Like, it's a different discussion.
Yeah,
I mean, the page is completely blown up. I'm not saying that they're always right,
Yeah.
but like, it's worth a discussion of like. What rules seem to be upheld and not upheld.
yeah,
I would say, I mean, I go almost every day to the pool after the kids get out, and the gentleman is pretty consistent.
yes.
So I don't think he's like wavering. I just don't, I think the community should probably vote in rules to say, hey, this is the rules that are appropriate.
Or we give
Or whatever.
Or we give clarity to the security of this is what we are okay with by us posting whatever it is. Cause it is really like a hard no for kind of honestly,
Right, no, he
Everything.
enforces the rules, but I
Right.
mean, you guys are there, you see how people go
Right.
from one extreme to the other
Yeah.
so quickly.
well, the thing we gotta look at the positive is people are using it, people love it, people love the pirate. All that's great.
Yes.
It's like, you know, I'm just giving an example, but a kid being terrified to bring out a toy because they're gonna get yelled at. You know,
Right, no,
like
I
that's
agree,
what's happening.
and actually.
But
Whitney
the
and I-
kids shouldn't be terrified to bring out a toy. The parents should follow the rules and not bring kids' toys to the pool.
Right.
The whole thing that I talked about in the beginning of this episode was because a parent was not watching their
Yeah.
kid. One kid slapped another kid on the back, and
Yeah.
the parent went over and said, "Hey, could you watch your kid?"
And
And then they had this big drunken
Yeah,
bullet.
Yeah,
So you can get a handheld anemometer for $10 on Amazon, right? So if the rule says 13 miles an hour, he can stand out there and it says 17 miles an hour, there's no argument.
yeah,
Yeah.
but listen, your idea is a great one by having it on the table, cause I
Yeah.
think that's a big part.
Right.
People just, there's no clarity. So it looks like rules are being made as we go, so
Yeah.
like the field goal keeps moving, that's probably how people feel, but if we have that, it's probably gonna cure everything.
Well, and the toy thing, I understand the ADA part of it, but I don't want kids throwing balls in the pool while I'm in the pool,
Yeah,
right? That's, if you want to do that, and you also have a lot of little kids who come up into the bigger pool, which is not necessarily the adult pool, but then they're screaming and yelling, running around and everything, they're jumping in the pool, everybody's getting, that's what the family pool is for.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's been in the comments too, like,
Yeah.
we should have a quiet pool and a family pool. The family pool is obviously where all the family stuff happens.
Yeah.
But then when you get 20 kids in the adult, I don't want to call it the adult
lap
pool, the lap pool.
Yeah.
Then you've got a free for all again, because the parents aren't paying attention, because now you have 20 kids and the parents are down by the family pool underneath the pergola.
Yep.
And the kids are up here not being watched, and
Yeah.
you can't say anything to somebody else's kids, because then you have an incident like we had.
Yeah.
So again, it's just, parents need to be better parents.
yeah,
And we need to all be respectful of each other in the pool area. Footballs, baseball, any of those things,
Yeah.
water guns, there's no place for it there. That's
Yeah.
what you have your personal pool for.
yeah, but putting those rules are gonna help a ton, cause you also have to be considerate to. We didn't have a monitor before and everything that
Yeah,
we
oh,
were
it's a
talking
shit
about was
show.
there before. So that's what people are definitely struggling with, but if we can put those rules out and people can see them, then they're not gonna constantly yell at the security for following the rules that we have established. Today, they look at it like he's making up rules as he goes.
Yeah.
So we.
And,
fix
and not
that.
all situations are covered by the rules, right?
Yeah,
Like, we don't have a rule that says you can't make out with your girlfriend
yeah,
in the kiddie pool, but that happened. And then
Yep.
one of the security guards had to kick the kid, and well, he didn't even kick him out. He just
talked to him.
talked to him, but then we got a call from a parent. And
Yeah.
so-
Well, again, it's common sense, right? And somewhere in there needs to be some common sense, right? You wanna make out with your girlfriend, do it like everybody else, go in the backseat of your.
yeah, and listen.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah. Listen, you know, there's stuff in there like he's rude, whatever. I went up there last Saturday and talked to him for like 10 minutes. I established he's definitely not. You can just tell he's following the rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
So so by having that on that table, it's gonna fix probably everything.
Yep.
So it's a good move. So, yeah, I'm good now.
The only other thing I would say is my kid.
I love it.
did
Thank you.
Cut open on the pirate ship, so there are like rough spots on those slides, so I don't, like her finger was all bleeding.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know which slide she was on, I don't know, she freaked out.
Oh,
Oh, well, should have to come back and take a look, because that shouldn't
They
happen.
gotta come back because we're getting the strips on the steps, kids are slipping, so
Mhm.
we have
Yeah.
the strips on order. And so they'll be back within the next couple of weeks
Okay.
to do a service.
Good,
Okay.
yeah, just have a look, cause it was one of the slides.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did you go down it yet?
I'm way too big to try to get on tiny little fire shuttle.
Yeah, you're supposed to put down the slide first. I remember that being like 40 feet and.
And when you go down, put your fingers on the side.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can tell where it is.
You got anything else, Mike?
Yes.
I
No.
don't think so. Just what is it, May, June, hurricane season coming up, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna get into budget season and election season.
Yeah.
We still need to get this, so, okay, let's do this real quick. An update on that, the ballot initiative that we're trying to get passed.
No.
This is by far the most participation we have had in any election or any event. We've had 61% of the community has voted. That is like
Wow.
astronomically high for an HOA. And yet still is not enough due to the extreme measures that our charter calls for to change. It's like changing the US Constitution.
Right.
We were gonna need literally almost every single person in the community to vote in order to either
Right.
say yes or say no.
Cause you have a big group who's
Yeah.
gonna say no.
Right now, overwhelming support. 72% of people support the charter change. And if it was just the majority rules, then it is, but we need 66% of the entire community to say yes. So that's like 800 homes have to say yes.
Is there a certain like cutoff date where it has to be by?
March 27th, 2027.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, I wanted to either yes or no. Just vote
Yeah.
yes or
Vote
vote no. Just vote so we can come to a conclusion.
Is there anything we can do
Is there
to,
reminders going out, or does it
Yeah,
go
we
in if people
have-
haven't voted?
So we've sent 3 email reminders, and then all of the people that haven't voted yet, Jennifer personally called.
Mhm.
And when did you do that calling? Yeah, so the last vote we had was on
did anything
March
change? Oh,
8th.
it was you were on the answer. I wasn't guessing. Leave me alone.
Message.
So despite the fact that you called everybody in April, not a single person voted in April.
No, there was. So maybe it was the end of March I finished?
Yeah, end of March, people voted, yeah.
Yes.
March 8th was the last votes that we had.
Yeah, I bet you I know the name of what it is too.
So the next thing is Jennifer going door to door. Hi.
Yeah.
How many do we still have?
This is where I was about to go. I said, is there anything else we could do waiting on that?
No, but how many houses is that? Like, how many people would need to actually, is that like 20 houses?
No, so we need probably, yeah, we need like another 500 homes to vote.
Oh.
400, somewhere around there.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
All right.
Yeah.
Motion
What are we
to
doing?
adjourn, sir.
Second, all in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we adjourn.
There is no unadjourning, it's already saved.
No, that's-
Close.
So.
You know, go.